Hello and welcome to Magic Mythal Tomb of Annihilation, our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign. We live stream our game nearly every Sunday night starting at 4 p.m. Pacific time here on Twitch, and you can catch up on weekly sessions on YouTube, links below. My name is Corey, or Pinwork2, here on Twitch, and I will be running the game as DM. I am joined by my players, Andre, who's playing Aelin, the ASMR Monk, Liz, who's playing Archie, ASMR Wizard, Brad, who's playing Vaz, Loxodon Fighter, John, who's playing Jonah, Gnome Artificer. That's apparently hard to say today. Sean playing Donovan, Tortle Druid. Recap. So, you guys had just settled down for a nice dinner when raptors attack! Roll initiative! No, there was, No, so leading up to this moment, you guys had traveled through the jungle.
Ooh, pretty.
For a week now almost, since leaving Mesro.
Almost.
Dealing with heat waves and storms and droughts and attacks by various creatures, including an angry cyclops. But you've thus far not lost anybody. And as you sat down to, I guess I should mention, you guys are heading to the monastery of Kir Sabal, having realized or discovered your boat destroyed. And not really having a good way back to port, you decided to head to Kir Sabal there to hopefully learn more about whatever offering/tests you may face at Oralunga, because apparently the monks at Kir Sabal know that kind of stuff, according to your friend Masika. Wow, nat 20, first roll of the game.
Woo!
But that is all predicated on whether or not you survive the jungle trek.
Gerald rolled a 20. Job, Gerald?
Oh yeah, I already rolled it for him. Yeah, Gerald's fast, which means he gets to stand around this turn.
Good work, Gerald.
Good work.
No, he gets to hold his action if something comes near me and protect me. Good job, Gerald.
So, here we are. You guys, we have the map, and there's going to be raptors. As per what I mentioned last session, with nobody defending and nobody scouting, these raptors in the dark have snuck up on you. You are all surprised in the first round. So let's hope nobody dies.
I thought we did have defenders, but
Nope.
it just wasn't good enough.
Oh,
No,
I think.
Or scouting. We'd one of the two.
Yeah,
We definitely had
somebody
scouting.
failed the scouting roll. I remember that. They got like a 7. And there was no defender that day because I think somebody was somebody was looking for food. Maybe I can't remember.
Wow, these raptors really have amazing spatial awareness.
They're so symmetrical.
They're so they formed an almost perfect circle around us.
Clever girl.
Yeah. Are you saying coordinated pack hunters are coordinated? Crazy.
I mean, across this distance, I mean, that's
They're more intelligent than me.
The one on the very left and right, though, are just a little bit off.
That's true.
Brad's just trying to draw aggro from the DM here. Jonah,
I'm okay with that.
you can now take reactions.
That is the one with the giant plate of food.
Velociraptor rushes in.
Looks like it worked.
Well, I mean, it just so happens to be the one right next to him. Baz, a raptor leaps from the bushes.
I hope they have like spears or something so I can finally deflect missiles.
Wow, rolls like garbage and misses you.
Raptors, spears.
I swear this is a coincidence. The next one rushes in and attacks Baz. With advantage, because he's got pack tactics now. That's a hit.
Another one from the complete opposite side rushes in and attacks Baz.
Minimum damage.
Woof.
With a screech, a raptor rushes from behind Jonah. Oh my god. Again, apparently without pack tactics, they can't roll above a 10. Yep. Gerald, it's his turn. Velociraptor. There is a screech, and a raptor tramples the tent as it leaps over at Archie.
Oh, not the.
The
Oh.
10! I'm gonna shield.
You can't, you're surprised. Can't take
I'm-
reactions till your turn.
I do it anyway.
I do it anyway.
And that's why initiative matters in the surprise round.
Sure, of course. Because Gerald went, I thought me. Oh man. I haven't summoned my little buddy back yet.
Aelin, you cannot take reactions.
I'm glad I didn't explode Gerald.
Ah,
Uh,
my food.
My all of me.
Oh my god, I can't even hit you with advantage. It's amazing.
Come on. I'm like holding the plate up in the air. No.
Mine.
No, bad dog.
Gerald is gonna punch him.
Yeah, he can actually.
No, I can't.
Well, Gerald hasn't had his turn
He
yet.
hasn't had his turn. He has his reaction, but he doesn't have his action. Because it's surprise round.
Oh,
Can't hold
that's
his
right.
action because he never had his
Yeah.
turn to hold it.
He never had
That's
his turn.
correct. That is correct. Man, good thing you guys know how to play.
Gerald can't be surprised, right?
Yeah, everyone knows that constructs are immune to surprise.
He's always on sentry mode.
Oof.
Ow!
Jesus.
Why you do this?
Archie, you can now take reactions. Just in time.
Just in time.
Baz, you can now take reactions.
ah,
Ah.
Oh my god. A 2 and a 3. Fantastic.
wow, this guy's really respect Doniquin.
Wow! Jonah,
And
you're too
Gortax.
small to hit, apparently.
No, it's because they know I'm a raptor lover.
Yes.
You know,
Doniquin, you cannot take reactions. First make Gorthax with your amazing 5 initiative. You cannot take reactions. Top of the round, Jonah, you go first in the first real turn. There are raptors everywhere!
yes, yes, there are. Okay. Bonus action. I'm going to launch my little device that teleports me, and I am going to bonus action Misty Step
Nice.
away from.
Oh god, poor Gerald.
6.
You can actually go 5 more feet if you need to. That was only 25.
Yeah, I didn't want to go too far in case my spell. I had to look up the spell I actually want to cast, but I'm fine now, and I will take out my fairy-looking wand, and cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
I might do basically to hit these top 3 guys.
Okay.
And cast Fairy Fire.
Get him.
Wow, fantastic rolls all around. Oh no, the first one actually saved.
One of them saved.
I thought it was all okay.
follow the tree.
So
And then 5, 10, 25, 30. Nope, 25. I'm a gnome. I guess I should actually put the effect.
Okay, so just as you're running, just so you know, you'll be running into like thicker foliage here. You'll lose sight of the battlefield going that far in.
Oh, how can you move me till I still have?
But-
Looks good to me.
Yeah, you're completely surrounded by thick jungle. So.
Sure.
Okay, back to the raptors, which again have pack tactics as they try to take someone down before you guys start killing things.
Oh, I should have done against Bass then, since he had advantage. Anyway.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Terrible,
yeah.
terrible
Yeah.
attacks. Rawr. Man, this would have been way harder if you guys were like level 2 or 3.
Probably, yeah.
Suddenly they emerged to carnosaurs.
No, Gerald.
Smarter raptors. Ah, okay. They're smart, but they're not super smart.
This hat looks really tasty.
Sees a humanoid figure in a hat sitting there, he's gonna attack it, right?
Yeah.
Gerald.
Gerald.
So does he defend himself, or no? He'll attack the one attacking
No.
you, right?
Yeah, he's gonna attack the one beside. He protects me, or doesn't. Oh, it hit. Never mind. Good job, Gerald. That is Gerald.
Oh right, he's only got one swing. Archie, do you want a shield now?
I do now. I do want to shield now.
Good. Well, that will bring you to what AC?
19.
Which is enough to block that hit. Claws. It's enough to block both.
Oof.
Good thing you shielded. Aelin,
Yeah.
let's see what happens here. Yep. Death by 1,000 nibbles.
Nipples?
Aelin, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna swing the Brian stick around and try and pummel this guy. Okay, that was close.
Wow!
Second attack on the other
Nice. Nice.
one. Come on. Oh,
Ugh.
come on. And then I'm going to move next to my sister.
Okay, this one will attack you as you run.
Yeah.
He will bite at you as you run. No pack tactics anymore because you killed the other guy. Nope, he misses. Okay.
And I'm gonna say, tasty plate, come over here. Get my tasty plate. Mm.
Mm.
This is how it works, right, Jonah? am I doing good?
You're gonna have them eating out of your hands soon, or your hand.
This one will attack Gerald back because he punched him.
Gerald.
Whoops! I meant to roll damage, but I guess that was his second strike. Well, no, I'll roll again because he has pack tactics, so he might actually hit with that second one, which he will.
Gerald.
Archie!
Hey, it's me.
So shield drops at the end of your turn, right?
End of my turn.
Yeah.
I believe.
So if you move, you have shield, is what I'm thinking. I didn't know if you're planning on moving, but...
Until the start of my turn. So it's
Oh,
down now.
Okay, so it's gone.
So the best time to use it is on your turn, because then you get it for
Well,
all around.
Well,
if you want
sure.
to use it as an action, you sure.
Well, no, when
It's
you run
your
away.
reaction. When you're,
Oh,
yeah.
a reaction when you're running away. Sure, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to disengage and run away.
Or do that.
Yeah, the other guy might follow me instead of you, but it's better than. Yeah, actually.
Hide in the tent by Gorthax. They don't seem to care.
Gorthax is still like cutting a piece of raptor meat hasn't recovered yet.
You know what? I am gonna do that. I'm gonna pop into the tent right here behind Gorthax.
Brother's like, what's that, my tent? It's not his
And
tent.
that's my whole turn.
My tent!
Yeah, you don't have a tent, Gorthax.
You're here on borrowed time.
Yeah, don't forget it.
I wonder if it's better to disengage or to take the dodge instead, because dodge lasts until the whole round.
I mean, but disengage guarantees you get away.
Sure.
The question is, do you think they'll chase you? That would answer that question.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, if you think they're going to chase you and then just attack you, then it's like...
Then you may as well dodge.
What did you just do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, step one. Okay, so I want to try. I don't know. I'm gonna like as I'm growing. I want to like try and like step forward. In other words, like see if me growing will like maybe push them back.
It won't. You get shunted to the nearest open square.
All right, fine.
That's how it works.
Fair
But
enough.
that's considered forced movement, so they don't get to hit you when you do that.
Okay. Cool. Well,
Now you're surrounded by 4.
I'm the big motherfucker in the middle, so I'm just gonna start swinging.
Whirlwind time.
Jesus.
Whoa.
That was not me.
Sorry about that. Time for your close-up, Baz.
This guy right here, the one it's all glowy and purple. Boom.
No. I was just about to say, why do you have advantage?
Boom.
But he's alive.
Is he though?
No, he's
Oh,
not.
so close. Ugh, by 1.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Boom.
Donna Quinn.
Okay, I am going to do something.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
I am going to cast a spell, Corey.
Ooh.
I don't know how this works because we haven't went over it, but I am going to conjure my bunch of spirit animals.
Ooh.
Is what I'm going to do.
Ooh.
So I'm going to put it in there, concentrate on stuff. You see, like the shells on my shoulders and stuff like that glow on stuff like bright green, and
Ooh.
I am going to cast on stuff the rating on stuff of half or lower, Corey. The 4 beasts.
Sorry, one sec. Which one is this called again? Conjure animals?
Animals, it's called.
Or is it called conjure woodland beings?
It's called conjure animals.
Animals.
It summons on stuff face spirits on stuff in the form of certain whatever beasts and stuff like that of challenging. And I'm gonna pick the half or whatever it is one. Yeah.
4
4
beasts.
beasts of CR half or lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm
Do you-
going to summon 4 war ostriches.
So, for what?
War ostriches. Ostriches of war. So I'm gonna summon 4 of those. They all roll in the same initiative, Corey.
Oh,
And
do
that's
they?
when they
Okay.
And my command on stuff is to kill on stuff the raptors. So, I'm not sure where I get to place them when I summon them. It's within 60 feet on stuff. I don't know if they have to be all in the same area or if I can pick where each 4 of them goes. I'm not sure. It doesn't say.
The summon creatures are friendly to you. Roll initiative. Blah blah blah. Appear in unoccupied space. You choose.
I can choose where they go and so there. Yeah.
Yep, within 60 feet of you.
Cool.
Okay. One's gonna go on stuff to the north of me, at least. One's gonna go in between Aelin and Geralt.
Holy crap, they're huge. They don't fit in there. So
Wow.
So you're gonna have to put
Oh,
a
they're
bar here.
actually. Oh my god.
Okay. Well, okay. Wow. Okay. Jesus, those things are big. One's gonna go to the right of Aelin then, since it's so big. We're in there. What's that? Hey, you got the ball from the middle.
Where's
Four
the
of them.
third one?
Next one will be to the left of Velociraptor number 1.
Sorry, where's he?
He's to the left.
Gerald.
He's right by
Gerald and Aelin, he's the middle one.
And then I take the
Shoot, where's the next one? Just a second, though, you know.
And then I take the off. Daddy,
Where's number 4?
take it off.
It'll be at the top, north of Baz.
I take it off.
And what is their initiative?
Do I roll it or you roll it?
You roll
That.
it.
And I take
Does it
it
go?
off.
Hey, I know. Does it go on? Do I get pluses or just roll like a d20?
Did that give you their stat block?
I have them, yeah. I already have it, but that did just come up, yes.
Yeah, so you can roll it through their
So,
decks.
so it's a +1?
Yeah.
Oh, so I can just grab theirs or whatever, right?
You should be able to, yeah. Same with attacks and stuff, you should be able to.
I don't know how to do it stuff with that one.
It's pushes here.
So I can't click on anything on stuff for dexterity or anything.
You can't
And-
click on anything?
No, I can't. I just it doesn't do anything. I can grab it and it picks up 12.
How about now?
Nope. Like I said, I can pick it up and it just picks up the 12. That's all it does. It doesn't actually do anything. Same with like attacks and things like that. There's nothing in here in other just. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. How did I do with Gerald?
Gerald.
I can just do a
What?
+1 and just roll it and stuff like that, and then you can put it in.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to manually do it all every time you attack with any one of them. So, how did I give you control of Gerald?
You shared him with me? I don't actually have control of Gerald. I just
Yeah,
you
but
shared the stat block with me.
But you can roll off the stat block, yes? Like,
Oh,
can
yes, I
target-
can.
Yeah, that's what I mean. How did
His
that?
actions. I don't know. That's all you.
I don't know. I do know.
Yeah, like you shared it with me, and then from my end, it just worked.
Oh, hey.
Did that work, Sean?
Oh, there's nothing else. There's nothing I can do in it that I can't normally do off of what I had before. Unless you have to reshare and stuff like that.
It's because Gerald does still say read only for me.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah. Me too.
Can you click the little C next to the 12? There you
Yay!
go.
Getting that out of the way.
Okay, so they all go on 2.
And then I just dragged the hit.
Yeah,
hit to
so
my-
like for attack, Sean, where down below where it says like claw, if you hover over it, it should highlight blue. You can just drag that onto the other tokens to make the rolls.
Mhm.
Okay, it does, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Okay.
and same with the damage. You can just drag the damage.
yeah,
onto
I
the
see that
tokens.
turns blue. Yeah.
And then checks and saves are the C and S next to the stats.
Okay.
But yeah, you won't be able to move them because who knows?
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't let you move them.
Whatever.
Okay, so you give them all, kill the raptors. Okay, and that's concentration,
God.
right?
It is concentration, yes.
Okay, so you do have to
There's
click the
more of
effect
them.
on your spell so that it puts the concentrate or cast on the spell itself in your actions tab. If you click cast, should put you the concentration effect on you, so it auto rolls if you get hit.
It's just effect.
Yeah, but if you're in battle mode, you should be able to click cast.
There's no cast buttons like that for conjure animals.
What?
It says effect. It says conjure animal self. That'll be the same. Will it be fine?
Right.
Yeah. Just click the effect then.
Try it.
Yeah.
See what
got it.
happens.
Yeah, effect conjures concentration to Donovan. Yeah, perfect. Cool. Okay. Well, a pack of giant ostriches appears.
Spirit ostrich.
Spirit ostriches. Do you move or do anything else?
I do not go anywhere.
Okay. First mate Gorthax goes, "Ah, not ostriches!" and attacks the ostrich.
No, come on. They're spirit ones.
No, he will, he steps through the fire, and as he does so, he reaches down with one hand and gathers up the fire with his hand, and then steps over here and throws a cone of fire into these two raptors' faces.
That's cool.
Like, could just anybody do that? That's amazing.
One succeeds, the other one fails. The one that failed was the wounded one, and it dies.
Hey.
Hey.
And that's the end of Gorthax's turn. War Ostrich 1 is the one in top right. What's it gonna do?
Probably attack.
John, you're muted.
Yeah, I was just trying to click on the raptor and all that stuff, and it's not really letting me select it. Oh, did it
Well,
select it?
yeah, you won't be able to select the raptor. You have to drag the dice onto the physical token.
Oh, do I? Okay.
Yeah, you can't actually target.
Okay. I'm like, it keeps targeting and so like that, but it says I'm targeting it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that's something different. Okay. Like that.
Miss.
Miss, but it gets two kicking claw attacks.
It does. Crap, war ostriches are brutal. It's a hit. Two attacks. Okay. Ostrich 2 is the one beside Aelin on the right.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Kills him. So I guess he'll move over here and continue.
How far? Actually, what he will jump on 20 now. So. Now, can he jump and so like that, like 10 feet towards that raptor?
No, because he's not. Wait. Oh.
After he kills and so like that, can he run so like that and then jump?
He could probably run south and then jump north.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
He can, like,
That's what he's gonna do and so like that. Because as long as he can jump 10 feet and so like that and all that stuff, he gets what you got. Gets advantage. So.
Okay.
When they do runs, let's see if this works. I clicked on the advantage on there to see if that works. It does. Okay.
Good thing. It dropped a 1. Holy fuck.
Ooh, max damage.
War ostriches. Good lord.
Okay.
Okay.
Number
3.
Number 3.
Nice.
Rolls.
Oh, another max damage.
What is happening?
Eat him.
Jesus. Sean, your dice are on fire.
Seriously.
Guess this battle's over. Okay, the one up north of Baz. He has advantage already because of fairy fire on that guy.
Is it gonna automatically do it?
Yep.
Nice. Get him, my spirit ostriches.
Oh,
You giant war babies.
It heard you and got distracted.
It did.
Jonah.
Have an ostrich and raptor for dessert? I will fire a firebolt at the one that has advantage.
Should be -2. No, you have spell sniper. Carry on.
Spells.
I don't have. I have
Well,
my
it's
wand.
it's not the.
And
It's an instant death.
Instant death.
I will just pass the, yeah, whatever. I'll move a little bit closer. Now that the battle's wrapping up.
I can't reach anybody.
Don't worry. Gerald will move. Still here.
Velociraptor 2 will attack.
Well, better watch out.
Warsters have shit AC though, but that's okay because he didn't die.
They have pretty good hit points though.
Gerald. Do, do, do.
Doop dynamite.
So
Gerald.
So
good job,
close.
Gerald.
Oh, max damage.
Poof. Good job, buddy.
I'm gonna kind of side-eye the war ostrich and just sort of back away from it.
What the-
And that is victory.
Poof.
Good job,
I'm gonna back
guys.
away from
How
that
long-
war ostrich.
How long do the war ostriches hang out? How long does that last?
They last on stuff for up to an hour. So before they
you
would,
guys, like, leave them up as protectors for
Yeah,
like
they
the
can-
hour. That's so
before like I
cool.
say, before they go away and stuff like that and stuff, I like get them to come like to me and stuff like that and all that stuff. And I can't really pet them and stuff like that, but I pretend to like pet them and basically thank them
Can
before
I
they-
pet
before
them?
they- before I let them
Or
disappear.
are they like
I don't know if
are
they're. It just says they're they're face spirits, so I don't think you can actually pet or do
Yeah.
anything for. Oh, you actually can?
Yeah, they have physical bodies. They're just made.
Oh.
They're just not real animals. They're spirits.
Oh,
That's so they just
yeah.
dissipate when they're gone. But they have physical bodies while they're here. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely summon them, like get them to come towards me and stuff like that, and all that stuff, and I pet each one of them and all that stuff, like thanking them. And
Archie?
then what I got? If Archie, I don't even know if you saw them, Archie, or not. In the
No, I would come out and see you interacting with them, and she
Yes.
would ask your permission if she could pet them.
I would say that is the best. Okay.
She
Donovan's like,
would pet them.
kill the party, my war ostriches. Oh shit.
Good. Now finish them off.
Finish them all.
That was just wave one, right?
War ostriches. What are you gonna do? Okay.
Well, that was super cool.
So many things. I've been wanting to summon them. I'm like, I'm just gonna wait until a good time. I'm like, that's a good time.
I'm gonna just, while I'm still big, I'm just gonna do a quick perimeter check,
Nice.
see if there's not any kind of stragglers around or what have yous.
I approve.
Sounds.
That kind of hurt.
Yeah, they did a little bit of damage.
Yeah, I wanted to cast that on, so I didn't want them to be doing too much and stuff like that. Damage being still like the middle of the night type of thing.
Ow, my all of me.
All right. Yeah. So you guys defeat the raptors. Nothing else occurs. As far as there's no second wave of raptors or anything.
That we can see. However,
Like, should we think about setting up camp like in the what's your called the Cyclops' cave?
Well, you
So
guys
we're
are
not-
too far from that.
that
Now.
was way better. Yeah. That was
Oh, are
way
we not? Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, you guys had traveled the rest of the day, and then
Okay.
this
I
is
realized
all
we-
you set up camp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys can. I mean, are you? it's gonna be a
I
short
would-
rest. Do you guys have hit dice to bandage up?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would like to do that.
This is for me. Yes.
Get some
Oh,
XP.
Two.
man. I just realized, at least, well, at level 6, the rune, or not, the wild magic barbarian would be ridiculous with these exploration rules. That bolstering magic thing lets me give spell slots back. I can do that 3 times per short rest.
Awesome.
Jeez. That's awesome.
I'm
Would-
just gonna do the one.
Just the one? Okay.
Yeah.
Could somebody roll medicine for me?
Yeah, I would definitely.
Help me, Duncan, I'm bleeding.
Nice. 2 extra hit points.
6. Nice.
I could
Oh, is that
use
what medicine does on stuff when you use?
Yeah, so... Oh, yeah, I guess you haven't really done this before. So...
Yeah.
Oh, you give one too, don't you, Baz? Because we...
Hmm?
Have you cooked? You haven't cooked for
Sorry.
us. Like with the...
Just trying to explain the rules to Sean.
Sorry.
It's okay. So yeah, for resting, so it's in the rules document, but essentially, in order to use hit dice, it requires a healer's kit charge. So make sure whoever's rolling these reduces those. And it when you roll, you do a medicine check, and you don't have to do a medicine check, but if you do, every 5 points above, well, 10 points, but then every 5 above gives you a bonus extra healing on the hit dice roll. So if you get a 15, it's 2, 20 is 3, and if you get to 25 on the skill check total, it also uses 1 less hit dice. So essentially, you get a free hit dice for the healing.
Yeah, because I won't have any on stuff like healer's kit things
I'll use a charge of mine.
on me and stuff like that to be able to use it. So.
Yeah, and
I'll let
and
you use my
FYI,
stuff.
remember you can forge for healer's kit charges if you start running low.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, or at least I will.
I still have 10 charges on mine. So once yours is out, Aelin,
And it's only 1 charge, no matter how many hit dice are used, but it's per person.
I'd like to use dice and stuff like that.
I could definitely use healer's kit.
So do I do separate medicine checks and stuff like that? So
It's a separate check per person that uses
okay,
them.
that's fine. So I don't mind stuff helping out Baz and stuff as well. My rolls suck.
You don't hurt them though. There's no hurting rules. It's just 10 to give them extra hit points. Nice.
nice roll
Very
though.
nice.
And I'll stop there.
Okay. Donna Quinn. Well, you can mend Gerald up, right?
I can. Yep.
So,
It's just cancer.
Donna Quinn, do you want to use a hit dice? You got 10
I would.
ones.
Yeah, I would use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can medicine check yourself, or someone can do it for you, but I think you're the best at it.
Yeah.
Oh my rolls look good.
So you'll gain 2 extra hit points on top of your roll.
So do I modify and stuff like that 2 into 4, or is it?
You can, or you can just do it manually. But if you just add the +2 at the bottom, and you know how to roll hit dice off your character sheet. Yeah, perfect.
I'm gonna also arcane recovery while we're. Oh no, that happens at night. Never mind.
Well, it'll be overnight here anyway. So.
Okay, and
Officially out of healer's kit charges.
Does someone want to give Gorthak some medicine check if you're willing?
I can do it and stuff like that. Still, I do not mind.
If you're willing to use the charge on him.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Hey. Yeah.
Heal,
Wow.
heal him for free and an extra 4 hit points.
That's
oh
better.
yeah.
I'll use my kit
I
for
just
that.
practiced on everybody else until I got to him.
So Donna Quinn with a 19 or 20 can actually hit that 25. I think that was the first time I've seen
He's
that.
the only
actually.
one. Yeah.
He's the only one.
Awesome.
So 5 plus 4, 9.
No one does.
Yeah, that'll be enough. He'll just use the 1 hit. Or he won't even use a hit dice. So you know what? He'll use one of his actual hit dice and just heal the full then.
Yeah, and then real quick, what was the rule again for when I cook? Is it +1 on the hit dice?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
So
from,
we had-
from your. Yeah.
Would you
Everybody
say
go.
that we finished eating before the raptor showed up, or was it in the middle?
Yeah.
Well, the
or-
rest happening after the raptors anyway.
Yeah, you still be able to finish your meal anyway. So.
Right.
Yeah. So anybody who used hit dice that isn't full can gain 1 extra hit point back.
Per dice.
Per dice.
Per dice.
Is
Okay.
it per dice? Okay. I think most
Think
people
so.
only used 1.
I used 2.
I used to.
Oh, did you? Okay. So Donna Quinn, you'll be at 3 wounds instead because you used 1 hit dice, right?
Oh, okay.
And then tomorrow, Baz, I can, if we get to the end of the day, if we find somewhere to long rest, I can heal you.
Okay, so there's a short rest applied. Nothing else occurs during the night. Unless you guys want to do anything else during the night? Or before
Yeah.
bed?
I have to talk to First Mate Gorthax,
Sure.
and I would ask him. I would tell him. Please don't murder anybody while you're in with our company. On Peru.
So
It'd be
you cut,
very helpful.
you cut out right in the middle of that sentence. I got,
Well,
please don't
it was-
murder anyone, and then I missed the next sentence. Sorry.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Okay.
Don't murder anyone. Period.
Gorthix just kind of looks up at you, and he's sitting on his
All right.
stump or whatever, eating his raptor steak, or raptor steak, Tranodon steak? Tranodon steak.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
But there's plenty of raptor now.
he's like, I wasn't planning on doing any murdering unless it needs doing.
No, even if it doesn't, even if it needs doing, don't murder anybody. It'd be very helpful if once we've incapacitated people, if we've incapacitated them, please don't go stab them in the back.
Make a persuasion check, Jonah.
Okay. I will use inspiration.
Sure. Might as well.
Oh, I have to click advance first.
He kind of thinks for a moment. He's like, yeah, okay, no problem. I won't
Thanks,
kill.
pal.
I won't kill anyone you've knocked out. But he looks. He kind of looks at you and he's like, "But they're trying to kill me. I'm not gonna play nice though."
That's fine. You don't have to participate in the non-lethal stuff. But if we've gone to all the work to non-lethal somebody, I appreciate it if you respect us enough not to do it.
No, it's like, yeah, okay, sorry. It's a bit of a temper, you know.
Well, that's fine. You know, I have a bit of a temper too, so I understand what it's like.
He kind of gives you like this, like, okay.
Yeah,
Haven't seen it yet, but
You don't want to.
yeah.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Boy. Sure do get angry sometimes.
Sure do.
Oh,
My
boy.
goodness.
Oh boy. All right.
I would like to resummon Al, my bird, as a ritual. We'll take
Sure.
it long.
Yeah. Does that have a cost?
It sure does.
Okay. You have the stuff for it.
I do. I
Okay.
bought a couple of them. I have one more after this.
Okay.
Because that's the thing. If I self-destruct with Gerald, technically I can get him back for free. It just takes me a spell slot. If I self-destruct with Al, it costs me 10 gold to get him back.
All right. Anything else today?
I
Sounds
I
like
can't think of
no.
anything specific.
All right. The morning arrives, and even though I said that I was gonna roll a bunch of stuff in advance, I didn't because I was way too busy this week.
It's fine.
How dare you?
Your Twin Glyph Charm expires, so make sure you take that off, please.
Yep. Thank you.
It is normal for the season temperature-wise today. And Aelin, or Donaquin, whoever's using the Druidcraft, The weather today. Oh no, I guess it is Doniquin because Aelin, you switched to Gust, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The weather today, it's going to be a tropical storm.
Oh, Jesus.
It sounds good.
And FYI, tropical storm during monsoon season is like hurricane level wind and rain.
Good. Should we bunker down?
Do we know how long until the storm? Is that
Well,
part
it's
of
going to
it?
basically pick up throughout the day. How long it lasts. Druidcraft only tells you the next 24 hours, or the next.
What the
Right.
weather will be at your location for the next 24 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess my question is if you have an idea of when it will get bad, do we have enough time to get back to the cave? Since that was the second half of the day, it would only be a few hours away, right? The Cyclops cave?
You would have about 4 hours during which it's going to be becoming more and more intense the longer it goes.
How long
I mean-
do we know how long we traveled since the cave? I feel like we'd have an idea.
Yeah, it was in the latter part.
It was in the latter part of the
day.
day, so
too far.
that's why I'm asking. I know
Mm,
it's backtracking, but if
I
it's
mean,
gonna be
even
that
even if
bad-
it was a whole day of travel, it's a place that we know for sure can offer shelter. We don't know
Yeah.
anywhere else that's within a day's travel.
yeah, give me a give me
We
a
follow.
I guess it would be a survival check. Just want to see if whoever wants to do it.
Sure.
Would Liz's map help us find it?
Oh, that's a good point. Advantage on this roll.
Good.
Same roll.
Yeah, so yeah, you estimate that if you wanted to, you could probably make it back there before the really heavy, like dangerously bad weather hits.
I know it's backtracking.
Just so you guys know, mechanically, because you guys haven't encountered this level of storm before, travel during a tropical storm, is possible. However, automatically applies one level of exhaustion. And it's a Constitution save, or for a second level as well. So it's one
Is
level
everything-
automatically and a con save DC 10, or you take 2. So
Are the normal rolls still straight, or are they at a disadvantage? Or
they are. What do you mean the normal rolls?
well, like the travel
Like
rolls,
scouting,
scouting,
defending,
defending. That's it. I
It'd
just
be
wondering
it'd be as heavy rain, so you'd have the -5 on perceptions.
Okay.
I you know what I would say in hurricane weather you'd also have disadvantage.
Okay.
So
Backtrack?
ultimately you can bunker. You don't have to bunker down in a specific cave. Just FYI, you can just literally bunker down in the hex you're in. With a successful survival check. I wouldn't require the survival check if you backtrack to the cave because you know that's there though. So you could, if you don't want to backtrack, you could risk trying to find some place that's going to shelter today. Or you can go back and just lose basically a half day of travel.
I say go back. We know the
Me
safe.
too. We've never encountered a storm like this before. Like we're basically Druidcraft is telling us really, really bad, right? We've never experienced it, especially in monsoon season. I think it makes sense for us to go back to the cave just as a. We've got the map to help us get there. We've got Doniquin, who I can,
Yeah.
give advantage.
Last time
to.
we lost some equipment. Don't really want to lose any more equipment this time.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds like.
Dorthax, are you okay with this?
And he nods. He's like, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want any of these trees coming down on top of us while we're trying to.
You ever been in a tropical storm monsoon while at sea?
And he kind of looks at you, and he's like,
That's why he's with us.
Oh no, that wasn't
Elfics
tropical.
never
storm.
forget.
I thought that was just
That's
regular
even
monsoon.
worse. This is worse than that. That's what I guess what my yeah.
Okay. You ever been in something worse than what you were just in?
Yeah, I got picked up by these.
He's like, no, that was pretty bad.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Let's head back. Yeah, so I will help. Okay, so we figured Donna Quinn's got the highest survival, right? Is that what we've determined?
We have the same survival.
You have the same? Okay.
Yeah.
I've got the best perception, Aelin, and
Aelin and
the
Donna.
best survival.
Alright, so whoever wants to roll with advantage to get us back there, or was that the roll already to get us back there? That was just to figure out if we could get back, right?
Yeah, that was just a gauging how far you've traveled and how soon the storm was and how, yeah, that was just kind of a knowledge check, if you will.
Okay.
So, that's what you guys are doing? You're going to try to move back half a day to the cave before the hurricane hits?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What pace are you setting?
Normal.
Well, I mean, I would like to move fast. I mean,
Then it'll make it even harder to find it, though.
will it? I mean,
Yeah.
we know
It's a
where it
negative.
is.
But we
Isn't
still
that
have
why
to
you
find
guys
it.
rolled?
We know that we can get back there.
We
in a
know we
certain
can get there
period of time.
before the storm is gonna hit. It's still a survival roll to actually get us back there.
Yeah, but you do have a map and you know where it is, so you have advantage
We have advantage.
on the chat.
Maybe you could guide them.
So we have advantage and disadvantage and a -5 penalty.
But
and a
we don't have the
-5
disadvantage yet.
Yeah,
'Cause
the,
the storm
the
has
full
to-
storm, that's if you're traveling the full day, as if you're just going, fuck it, it's a hurricane, we're traveling. Do.
So right now, if we travel at a fast pace, it's advantage with a -5. If we go normal pace, it's just advantage.
I'd say we just go normal.
Okay.
I mean,
I think finding it is the most important, right? We think we can make it in time, so as long as we can find it.
And I will, yeah. I guess I'll scout ahead, just to make sure that, because it would really suck if we're trying to get back there in time, but there's some big threat ahead of us. So.
Okay. So, Donna Quinn, sorry, who's making the navigation? Is it Donna Quinn with the map?
do we both do it?
I mean,
you can do it separately just to double up.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah, I think it's
To make sure that we definitely don't get lost, or have more of a chance not to, type of thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
One of us uses the map and Archie
Yeah, I was gonna
helps the other
say
one.
you can only gain advantage one time from the map, even if there's two separate people.
Yeah.
So, like I said, one could use the map for the advantage, and then, like I said, Archie also could help me and stuff like that.
Two rolls with advantage. And what's
maybe Jonah comes with me to help scout.
Sure.
Gorthax, what do you want him to do? Defend?
Sure.
Or
Yeah, that's good, just in case the scouting fails.
Yeah.
We've got somebody.
okay.
Do we need to do bug spray today?
No, you won't need to.
Okay.
Okay, Gorthax's eyes are peeled. Let's do the navigation checks then. Remember, it's in the tower.
Yep. Oh, I didn't. We don't have the -5 yet.
No. Okay, and then the scouting check. And you're doing for hazards, right? Not.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is survival, not perception, right?
It is survival for scouting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys. I think. Yeah. You guys will easily make it back with encountering nothing along the way, and in plenty of time to bunker down
I
in the
have-
cave.
I have a mechanical question.
Mhm.
Is this cave considered safe enough to proper long rest at the end of today?
Is this day 7?
It is.
It is.
Then yes, I would say yes.
Oh, nice.
I'd give you that for today. If it's been 7 days, yes.
Cool.
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 That was cool.
Excellent. Oh wait, there's nothing inhabiting the cave.
I was gonna say we
the
might
cave
have to
is
defend it.
definitely the cave is definitely large enough. Yeah, I guess that is no. The local wildlife is also bunkering down. They're not really out in the storm, hunting for prey. So the storm lasts. I guess I should just double check what the weather's going to be like tomorrow, just in case.
In case it keeps going.
Okay, so yeah, by the time it hits about like 11 or so, you guys probably get back at the cave by like 11. Even then, like the last hour where you're walking, like the wind is like just whipping things. There's like you can see like leaves and ferns like flying by above the canopy. Pretty much no jungle noise around you. Ignore what Gerby says. As the birds and everything just kind of like hunker down as best they can. And yeah, by the time you hit the cave, you are thoroughly soaked for sure, as the rain is just whipping down in like huge sheets that are just sweeping across the landscape. From the inside of the cave, it goes far enough back that you can be completely out of the elements and just kind of watch as the storm just kind of like rages by. It lasts well into the night, but probably sometime in the middle of the night, it definitely stops and slows down.
We can tell campfire ghost stories while the storm is raging outside. I bet Donaquin's got some ghost stories.
Also,
We never disrespect the dead.
today's Chance's birthday.
Aw.
Chance.
Well, that calls celebration. And
Happy birthday, Chance.
I will.
Wait, it's his
use-
birthday?
Yeah.
He's full grown, right? Is that what it?
Yes.
Yeah, wasn't he born like a month ago?
Yeah. It's his month day.
Yeah, it's his birthday.
What is the what's that like? Those when you become an adult bar
Like a
mitzvah?
quinceañera.
So to celebrate Chance the Raptor's bar mitzvah, raptor mitzvah, I will use the last of my high quality ingredients and make a special cave dwelling, staying safe from a hurricane dinner. And let's just say we're going to throw back to the first recipe that I made for everybody, a lobster boulet base. I've been holding on to a lobster the whole time, and
Oh.
it's still good. Don't worry. Unless Corey deems that.
I mean, it's been live this whole time.
No,
It's
it
fine.
has no mechanical benefits whatsoever. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Right.
it was a live lobster, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So that's fresh lobster bouillabaisse for everybody. Kind of throw back to our first special meal together.
Oh, that's what kept pinching me in the night in our tent.
Fucking lobster. Mmm.
This is the best.
Oh, do you need me to roll
Raptor
for it?
birthday, not birthday.
Sure. You
meal that
know,
I've
you
ever
know all
had.
the mechanical bits of it, so.
Got 4 dice. Plus 8. And it's a
Plus 8?
yeah.
So you're at 13.
Ta-da!
Then why not? Damn it!
No, Brad!
Maybe the lobster wasn't in the best condition.
That made me in a fucking cave that was
With a bunch of scraps.
cave full of scraps, and that's Baz for the evening, and I'll grip it.
Or
Yeah, before we rest, I would just tap Donaquin on the shoulder and use my healing hands. Just top him off. So you look a little rough there, buddy.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
for not wounded.
Not wounded.
He's yelling at me. Thanks for all your help. I mean, I don't think that when we cut you down from that cage that we expected you'd be so such a benefit to this group.
I'm just glad I'm able to contribute now stuff to help out, since you has helped me. You've saved my life. I look forward to stuff to traveling on stuff and getting to know everybody even better.
Same. How many points do you have in Jonah's game?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I have no idea how many points. What are these
Yeah,
points?
10.
10 points.
Yeah, if you take something out non-lethally, you get 10 points. But if you kill something, you lose a point.
For sentient creatures that could possibly change their ways if they see the light.
Yeah, like the raptors didn't count.
Yeah, or undead don't count. But
Oh, okay. I don't think I've killed on stuff like a human being or anything like that yet. So awesome. That's good. I don't want to do that in the first place, but I don't have to.
So, did
Where
those
is-
big birds have a name? Never seen them before.
My ostriches?
Oh, yeah.
Are
they real?
They are face spirits. Is what I put there.
I knew it. I was right all along. You guys laughed at me.
Jonah believes that birds aren't real.
That birds in general aren't real?
Yes.
Yeah.
which tracks because my bird is also a face spirit. Owl, right here. I just give him a little scratch.
That's all he's ever seen on stuff is just face spirit and all stuff birds, so he thinks they're just made believe.
Yeah.
Well,
Birds aren't real.
yeah. It's yeah. There's a lot of truth to the world that Jonah's family is
I got,
more
we
aware
got the
of.
blow down. Yeah. Trying to
Yeah.
spread the good word of no birds. They were all summoned by an evil lich to spy on us. They're all face spirits.
Possibly.
Well, Jonah, if birds aren't real, how do you feel about killing, like, Aarakocra, which are sentient bird creatures?
But they're
Where does that fall in the game?
not birds.
Aren't raptors concept descendants of birds?
No, raptors aren't birds. Raptors are dinosaurs are real. Aarakocra are real. Birds are not real. That has been demonstrated by the ostrich in your thing in your hat.
I mean, he's got a point.
Hey, Lynn.
The birds are real. What are you talking about? I think birds are real.
That's safe.
Is he
Vorthak-
convincing
Vorthak's
you,
kind of
Aelin?
like pipes up and he's like, you know, out at sea they say that see an albatross. It's actually the spirit of the dead leading you to the afterlife. So maybe you got something there.
See? There's truth in those old tales.
So when Baz made us that meal with the chickens,
Hmm.
what were we eating?
We were eating a magical meal. That's why it tasted so good. It's not actually real.
Oh shit!
Have you ever wondered why everything tastes like chicken?
No. What? Why?
Oh, because chickens aren't real.
So everything tastes like something that doesn't exist?
Exactly. No, chickens just
Whoa.
aren't real. All the other stuff is real. But chicken was the lich didn't have evidently a good palate and didn't come up with something unique. He just made it taste like everything else.
Oh. I guess that way it's like it's more hidden. Like it's not notable, so people don't they don't like
Yeah.
clue into it being weird.
Exactly.
Wow.
All makes sense.
I don't understand what's happening right now.
I was opening my eyes.
I have a pamphlet if you'd like.
I feel like I've grown so much.
Do not buy into the conspiracy theories, Aelin.
Not a conspiracy theory if it's true.
Well.
So this is how we spend our evening.
In the morning, as you look out upon the sun over the jungle, you can see that many trees have been knocked down. There's huge swaths of like what looks like mudslides and things that have come down the riverbanks. It's just kind of a mess everywhere. But the sounds of the jungle are alive, and today it is going to be lightly raining all day.
Woo.
And normal temperature. Would you like to go back to the way you were, or would you like to head to a different hex from here?
Seems like we should probably just head back the way that we came, right?
Yeah. Try and cover a bit more ground, maybe.
You want to try and maybe go a bit faster? Might be a little tough with all these broken trees.
I mean, I'm feeling pretty
Right.
rested. Yeah, so I'm up for trying to move a little faster. Although we can't forage, do we need food or? I guess
yeah,
we're not really low on supplies right now.
Well,
Yeah.
medicine charges.
Well, I still have 9 on the charges right now, which isn't a lot, but it's not none.
Yeah, maybe 1.5 fights if we all get injured.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had 3 2 days ago.
Well, then, yeah, I think that actually probably would be a good idea to help replenish our med kits. And
Okay.
So not fast speed then.
Not fast speed then.
That's what I would vote for.
Okay, so heading back this way, not fast speed. You do have a map, so you get whoever's doing the navigation is going to have advantage. So I assume that's, unless you just tell me otherwise, I assume that Donaquin's making the navigation check. What are the rest of you doing?
I am gonna defend because, well, I don't know.
I'll forage for medicinal herbs. I'm the one with the empty kit.
Actually, yeah, no, I'm gonna scout for hazards.
I will help you scouting.
Okay.
We'll also forage for medicinal herbs because I think I get advantage, right?
Yes, because of your feature. Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
And then what do you want Gorthax doing?
Forage for
Empty?
water? Food, water, maybe?
We don't need to forage for food because we got rain.
Mm.
You
Okay.
mean water?
I mean, we don't need to
Forage,
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We either forage for food or defend.
Okay, so Baz is scouting with advantage. We got navigation with advantage. We
Let's
got you
have
guys looking for
Gorthax forage for food and water.
Sure. Sounds good. Okay, let's go the navigation check for Donoquin. You have advantage.
Oh, advantage on it? Okay.
Mr.
Oh, because
Mythal wants
of
to
the map, right?
Okay, and then let's do the scout roll. So that's Baz with advantage because Archie's helping, right? Is it
Yeah.
Baz? No, sorry, Aelin.
No, Baz.
No, it's
No.
Baz. It's Baz.
Oh yeah,
Scouting
sorry.
is
Apparently, I can't remember what you guys said like 2 minutes ago. Okay, yes, roll.
Okay, we remember.
Okay, awesome. And then the defense roll. That's-
No,
no-
there's no defense.
Oh, there is no defense. Right, foraging. There's 3.
All foraging.
Yeah.
It's all foraging. Okay. Let's do Jonah first, and then
18.
yeah, that's. So you will find D4 plus Wisdom in replenished healing charges.
There's one.
I will mark those. 1, 2, 3.
And then someone else is doing that too, right?
Yep.
And
That's
then-
me. Oops. Didn't mean to do it in the tower.
Well, that was really good. You get.
I'll take your word for
You will get 2 plus 1 dice because you nat 20'd it.
Oh.
And it maximizes the die roll because you beat 25. So you get 8 plus Wisdom in healing charges.
Yeah.
So that's 11.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
We're pretty low, and now we're
14 total.
And
Yeah.
nat 20 that also beats 25 is really good.
So I've got 4 left over.
All right, I'll take one.
You're 1 down. Is anybody else down?
I mean, I don't have a kit.
I don't have a kit.
Okay. I mean,
I'll
I'll just have more charges, I guess, right? Like,
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, you just have.
Yeah.
that's 13 instead of 10.
Yeah, you
now.
buy them in units of 10, but I don't care if you stuff a bit more in there.
Only pick 10.
Yeah,
Maybe
don't
we say
sorry.
that,
No room, no pockets.
the hurricane pulled up some
Medicine.
preserved roots or something.
Yeah.
It makes them easier, a little easier to find.
Gorthax was unable to locate any food. He doesn't have a wisdom bonus, nor does he have survival as a skill.
So he's the same as me looking.
He's a straight +0. He's just a straight die roll, which he failed at. So, yeah, you guys will need to mark down food for today. 6 units of food.
I will mark those off, all of them.
Okay.
And you
I am down
guys-
to 2 rats.
tracking way back, you managed to make good time, and you will not encounter anything. Looks like whatever the storm calmed the jungle down. Any predators maybe are still hunkered down just in case. So the day passes without incident. I'm gonna say that you guys, I mean, you'd rolled really well on that navigation and everything too. I'm gonna be a nice DM and say that you guys, which hex do you guys want to head into next?
Going straight down.
Straight south.
Yeah,
Yeah.
south.
Straight
Yeah.
south. Okay, I'm gonna say you make double time and get an extra day today.
Wow.
All the trees are literally gone. It's just flat walking.
Yeah, it's just like straight up, easy walk. So by the end of the day, you find yourself made up the time that you spent backtracking and are further than you thought. It was a relatively easy day of travel with light rain and no encounters. So you make it there,
Thanks, DM.
and it
However,
is- however,
Your travel is fine, but during camp,
nobody's wounded or anything. So mark off your insect repellent because it was only light rain today.
right.
And at the end of the day, you are back on track. Hurricane be damned. Where would you like to go next? Is it still straight south? You don't know the
we were
terrain
following-
around here anymore.
We were
Or you jumped
were
us 2 days ahead.
Yep.
Should be the
You go.
26th.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I did click the wrong day.
these wings are incredible. So
good.
All right.
There's so many.
I think south. No, these.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, from here, you're not. You know the river is in this hex, but you don't actually know if the river's also in this hex. So, do you want to head that way, or do you want to
think
keep going
I-
south?
That would be my thing. Is go southwest just to make sure we
Yeah.
don't get too far
Same.
from the river.
Same.
I'll scout today for points of interest, see if get a better idea of if we're getting closer or not.
Yeah, because we know Kir Sabal is like south of. So, if the Laughing Gorge hasn't ended yet, we know we're still too far north as well. So that's kind of why tracking the river is.
It's normal temperature and light rain again today.
Nice. Hurricane blew away the.
You gonna go normal speed?
Yeah.
I think so. We should do some proper food foraging
Yeah.
today, though.
Yeah, and get a better lay of the land now that we've kind of
Yeah.
recovered.
Okay.
Okay.
So Donna Quinn navigating doesn't have a map anymore,
So I'm helping.
so you're gonna help. So that's advantage. So, Aelin, you're scouting for points of interest.
Yeah.
And / terrain. Baz, what are you doing?
Forage for food.
Forage for food. Gorthax will help you, give you advantage.
Okay.
Jonah, what do you want to do?
What type of terrain are we in?
You are in heavy jungle right now.
Heavy jungle. I will look for cinderberries then.
Okay. Okay. Sean, navigation, please. Okay, you guys don't get lost. And let's do the map check for Archie.
Oh shit! I have to map again.
Take 1 day off.
Oh,
Completely forget your job.
God damn it! It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, let's do the scouting check. Yeah, okay. And foraging for food is Baz, or food / water
With advantage.
with advantage.
Thank you, first mate.
Oof, barely, but it's enough.
Good.
So D6 plus wisdom.
Hey.
Nice. Well done.
Whole party's needs are met. Good job. And then let's see if you can find some cinderberries. Uh, 17, yeah, that's enough.
Cinderberries are
D8.
D8.
Oh, is foraging not in the tower?
No,
No.
foraging is not in the tower.
My bad.
Sorry.
Alright, 3 cinderberries. Cool. There is no encounters today. So Aelin, you were scouting points of interest slash terrain. So the terrain north of you is the gorge. It's pretty much the end of the gorge because here's where the gorge kind of peters out. The river is turning to the further to the basically to the south, to kind of to the southwest. So the terrain, this box here, is heavy jungle entirely on the other side of the river. This is river surrounded by heavy jungle, and it's heading. It kind of curves and goes back south again. So this is the river heading south. This is just heavy jungle, and this is also heavy jungle. You got how much? You got high enough that during your scouting, you do get a glimpse. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can see it from here with that roll. You can see that it looks to you like there's a plateau. It's not as large or as tall as Mbala, so it's kind of barely visible, especially with the rain. But you're fairly certain that that might be the start of some like larger like hills or foothills. So if you're looking for Kir Sabal, you were told it was up in like kind of like a mesa kind of area, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks to you like it's about 3 days travel at your current pace, but you can maybe make it faster if you pushed it. But so I'm going to move your green dot because it's more like here.
Okay.
If you can move that closer, that'd be better.
The river at this point, now that it's not the gorge, is the river wide enough and / like not rapids enough to actually use the canoes?
Yeah. Well, it still would require you can travel by river, yes, but it would still require portaging up and down. There's waterfalls still frequently.
Okay, so there are still waterfalls.
Yeah, it's just not a heavy gorge, so you can travel by river and not just be trapped in the bottom of a gorge if something goes wrong. So that was the problem with the gorge traveling by river, is there wasn't anywhere to portage out without literally climbing out of the gorge. But here you can portage around waterfalls, which means if you want to travel by canoe, you can, but you have to head in this direction to do that.
Well, do we? Were you able to get a sense of that mesa being next to the river?
We don't know.
He can't tell that.
No, the mesa like rises over the trees, so I could see it to the south, but I don't know if the river gets close to it or not.
We can start on the river, and if it goes south, we're gonna go faster, right? If it doesn't, we don't. We just get out and walk in.
Yeah. That would be my vote, personally. I wouldn't mind
taking a break from
somewhat more. You know, I mean, I can carry these boats. It's fine. It's just, you know,
it's.
You prefer the boats to carry you?
I mean, you know, if that's an option.
I'd be okay with that.
Okay. Well,
okay.
The weather is normal for the season, or the temperature. Oops. And I rolled in the same table twice.
Yeah.
Today is light rain again.
The only downside to using the river is we can't really forage.
Okay.
Not that we need to, but just saying that's
right.
something to keep
So,
in mind.
what's our
And we
ration
can't really scout
right now?
I've got 10 still.
You got 10? Okay.
Yeah.
I have 11.
Okay, so it's 21. So that's 23. Donakun and Jonah, do you guys have any rations?
I have 8.
Yeah, I still have what they're called. I haven't used any of my rations on stuff that I have, so I still have 10.
We can still forage for fish, though.
Yeah, we can still fish, and we don't need to forage for water on the river because we can just boil it. And it's light raining anyway, so we're fine. So we're at 42 rations, and there was 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
7 days.
So yeah, we've got a week of travel.
Well,
If worse
weeks
comes to
here are
worse.
10 days for though, right? So
Okay, we got 7 days of food. I just wanted to, just check in just to make sure we.
Yeah. So
have
unless you got lost, based on Aylin's assumption, you have enough to make it to Kir Sabal without running out of food, even if you're not foraging.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's do the river.
Sure. Let's try the river.
Okay. So you're heading that way.
Plus, I'd like to map the river.
So remember, on a river, if you set a fast pace, you can potentially go 3 hexes, but that assumes you follow the river. So.
Yeah.
I say we go normal pace. Follow the river as long as we're heading in a south direction. So we'll see if that gets us 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
May only get us a day, but...
And so Donoquin's navigating again? Because you can still get lost while traveling along the river. There's different tributaries and things that you could accidentally go the wrong way.
Yeah, I'll hop in the same.
Okay.
Can't scout, can I?
You can still scout. You can scout while people are like portaging and stuff. Because there's going to be stretches of time where people are like, so while they're doing that, you could like run off and scout. So yeah, I'd still allow scouting.
Okay, I'd like to scout for points of interest again. See if I
I
can.
would also imagine that we
what
take
those
like
hilltops
breaks
are like.
every so often and eat and stuff.
Yeah. Baz, what are you doing?
I'm gonna defend.
Okay, Jonah, what are you doing?
Can I look for Ryath Brute? It's on the riverways.
You can, yeah.
I will look for that.
It's kind of like it grows on like the banks of rivers, so you can forage for it while on the riverway.
Do we want to get dude to help with scouting or defending?
Get dude to help with
Defending.
Scouting.
It's defending. I think scouting.
Because it's better to avoid it completely.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for hazards.
Oh, you're not.
Nope.
Oh, then defending.
Yeah.
Okay.
No offense to Gorthax, but I'm gonna be climbing trees and shit too.
He's just gonna slow it down. Stay out of my way.
I work better alone.
Okay, let's roll navigation. I don't actually. Can you even fail this? What's your? Technically, you can fail this. It's easier on a riverway, but.
Am I just doing it by myself, or am I?
Hold on. I have navigator's tools. I should be doing it. I could do it on the riverway. I get advantage if Donovan wants to do something else. I have no bonus though, so we don't have to do that if we want to keep the bonus. I'm just saying, if you ever want to do something else when we're on the river, I will still get advantage, but I have no bonus. Just so you know.
Okay.
Just if you decide you want to do something else for fun.
Why do you get advantage?
Navigator's tools.
That gives you proficiency, not advantage.
You're right.
So it's worse than Donoquin.
Yeah.
I think even with advantage, it'd be worse than Donoquin.
Yep. Everything's worse.
Okay.
So it's just a regular roll for me.
I thought it was advantage.
I thought you're still assisting though, are you not?
Yeah.
So
she's
so
still
you get
assisting.
advantage.
Okay.
No, I'm absolutely still going to assist you. I just
Okay.
thought I could be more helpful.
I'm
Okay.
showing you how to what you got. Be better at survival. Slowly teaching you. Eventually, we're just going to switch, and I'm going to assist you in see.
Oh God.
Okay. Scouting.
God damn it.
Yeah, Archie's mapping skills aren't the best these last couple days.
Maybe you need to refill your ink or something.
You got water in your ink and.
Yeah.
Scouting check.
Yeah.
Stinks.
Okay, defense.
And sorry, was Gorthax helping me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then forward to Ryath.
Right. I want to figure out what it does.
I'm gonna get so high.
I don't think so.
And
I don't even know what the DC is. It's not
You
listed.
don't. You succeeded though.
Hey.
The DC, I'll fill it out for you now, since you've done it now. The DC is 15.
That's what I thought.
Nice.
What a shocker.
Can you roll me a 1d4, please?
Every single plant except one is 15.
How'd you get?
Oh, that's 2. One of my other features is I harvest my not my proficiency bonus, my trade skill.
Mm.
Let me find it. Survivalist plants. You guarantee to collect a number of parts in perfect condition equal to your trade class tier.
So 2.
So you get minimum. So it's a minimum. It's not an added. So you get 2.
Yeah. Minimum 2. That's why I said that it's 2.
Okay. Awesome. 2 Ryath root. Don't know what it does, but you found some. Well, you sort of know. You know a little bit what it does. Causes elation. What does that mean exactly mechanically? You don't know.
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna be
Alright.
so happy.
Scouting wise, so you know the following, Aelin. So partway through the day, in case you guys want to change direction or stop what you're doing, the scouting helps you. So this one here is heavy jungle on the other side of the river, and you do know that about a half day away you spotted a few of those rotting trees, so undead territory is that way. This one is even closer undead territory and heavy jungle. The river does not go in that direction. The river sort of goes by this direction. It kind of curves just into this hex, and it's all heavy jungle otherwise. So you could essentially go straight south along the river because it barely touches that right-hand hex. The river goes, unfortunately though, basically it turns almost entirely east to west and goes west from there. So you can travel into that square without a problem.
And then camp and then go on foot.
Yeah.
The next day.
Since you move automatically 2 squares on the river, I will move you there. Because yeah, like you can see here, like it barely touches that corner. Like
It would have been a little bit of a dick move if you'd made us go into that square.
Yeah. And so you can tell as well, Aelin, because you're still scouting. The river continues almost east to west entirely before curving back towards south again. And then this is fully heavy jungle. This one here is heavy jungle, but it looks like the foothills of those plateaus would be like near the end of the day. You'd be camping in the foothills essentially once you're done travel. You can definitely tell the mesa is here. It's a little bit further. It's more like it's actually technically I would say it's in this hex here. So if you went south and then south, that looks to you the best path to get to that mesa.
Okay.
So, so that's your travel day. You guys mark off insect repellent again.
Mhm.
You mark off food. And there was no encounter today as well.
When it rains, it pours.
Okay, so everybody mark off their own rations today.
Yeah.
Done.
So this is day 3 since your
Done.
long rest, right?
We long rested on the 24th.
24th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so today would be, so that would have been your 3rd night last night resting since the long rest.
Yep.
All right. You guys, your destination is looming. It is light rain. No, sorry, that's not rain. That is what it is normal for the season. It's not extra hot or cold. It is going to be heavy rain today. The rain's getting heavier. So no insect repellent needed, but -5 to survival and perception because of the heavy rain. Or -5, yeah. Is it survival or is it? Perception and navigation in heavy rain is
Perception and navigation. Okay.
Yeah, not survival, but navigation particularly.
Not scouting. Just
Okay,
scouting.
so if you go by foot, you think 2 days travel. Technically, you can go by river, and it does turn south from there, but you may not. So you might be able to get there in still 2 days either way if you take the river. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, the river's a little bit of a risk because we don't know.
If it goes south,
Yeah.
past.
It seems like best case the river's 2 days. Walking, it's 2 days.
It's definitely too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we may as well walk.
Let's walk.
Okay. Are you still gonna portage the canoes?
Yeah. That's what we've been doing all the time, so. We might have to leave them at the bottom of the mesa.
Yeah.
Like trying to carry them up
No,
would
that
be
makes
a bit of a thing.
All right. Normal speed. If you go fast, there's a chance you can make it to the mesa by the end of the day. I'm trying to tempt you guys in the heavy rain to go faster.
Yeah.
I mean, Aylin's itching to get there, but I think
No.
this day in particular, he was going to scout for hazards because, I don't know, feels like it's going too well.
I think. Yeah, I think we should do hazards and food. Be smart. Just take it at our normal pace.
Yep.
So we don't get into trouble.
We
Okay.
get there and we were a day away from saving them from being destroyed.
So Archie is. Yeah.
Just missed it.
Oh wait, what's this note on my calendar? 28th. Oh yeah, Kir Sabal destroyed. Yeah, meteor strike. So.
I think we weren't there.
Well,
Thank
you know
God.
what? We get to loot it.
Dodge that bullet.
Donaquin, Archie, you're gonna assist again? He's
Oh,
got a
yeah, you
-5
betcha.
today, so.
Me and Donaquin are becoming real
what-
good friends.
Aelin, you said you're scouting for hazards.
Yeah.
Okay. Baz, what are you doing?
Defending.
Okay. Jonah, what are you doing?
I am looking for a plant. We're still in river, or are we going into rocky
you're,
terrain?
You're
or
going into
plateau?
heavy jungle
Heavy jungle.
or
Okay.
foothills as well. Heavy jungle foothills. So I don't know if there's anything specific to foothills. I think there is.
I'm not hilltop.
Eyebright?
Yeah, hills. Sorry. How did I write it? Hilltops.
Oh, you've
Hilltop.
hilltopped for Eyebright, yeah.
Hilltops, hills, it's the same thing. Yeah, you could search for Eyebright, Citronella, Kaith.
Maracuya.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
there's-
can go for Kaith? Then yeah, we'll go
Yeah.
for Kaith. Kaith is the money one.
Sure. Okay. What do you want Gorthex doing?
Should we help with?
Defending.
No, we want hazards. Order to avoid them completely.
Sure.
Okay. Navigation roll.
Oh, missed the button.
Cool. Mapping.
Much better.
Okay. Scouting with advantage. Nice. Defense.
Who is Gorthax helping? Sorry if I missed that.
He's helping
He's
Aelin.
helping Aelin. So it's just straight roll for you.
You're the last line of defense. It's better to avoid it
Yeah,
completely.
totally.
Okay, and then Jonah, you find foraging for Kaith. So you guys will have to mark off food for today.
Okay.
Yeah.
No Kaith. So no insect repellent needed, no water needed, but mark off food. And scouting for hazards as you guys move forward. Oh, come on!
Fence.
I can't fit it through because I didn't get those little pieces. There we go. It acts like walls. So if I don't get it quite wide enough to move the token through, it gets stuck. Can't move it. Why the DM can't just override that, I don't know. Anyways, so you're in this square here. So you don't know the surrounding terrain south of you here, although you know from previously that that this is the foothills, that brown there, leading into the plateaus, or not the plateaus. Yeah, plateaus. That's what they are basically. Mesas, plateaus, whatever those things are called. This is heavy jungle. Something happens. Potentially. Oh, because you did scout.
Boy, oh boy.
I knew it.
You were.
Body sense was tingling.
Okay, so
Like snakes.
so in the afternoon, as you guys are moving towards these foothills, looking around for Kaith, and unfortunately coming up short on there, you find a relatively small patch, just ahead through the heavy rain. You're not quite sure. It's very odd to you for one thing, because it's raining heavily, and normally you don't see this during heavy rain, but there is some sort of like roiling mist coming through the jungle that's slightly blue tinged in color. But it's relatively small. It probably goes about it's maybe about 20-30 feet wide. It's kind of like this like circular, kind of like rolling mist. It doesn't seem to be moving with any sort of like sentience, but it is rolling towards where you guys are going. But you're able to, without too much difficulty, you can certainly make your way around it with your hazard check.
As a note, we have been specifically told to run from blue tinted mist because it is what causes mad monkey fever.
Right, and that's different from the miasma we saw.
It is different now.
From the
different hazardous mist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
But yeah, you're able to avoid that with your, unless you want to go into it. You're able to avoid that.
No, not particularly.
Guys, you want to fight some evil blue mist?
Is mad monkey fever a disease? Because we could purposefully see what it's like and then just put the periap on the necklace on to subdue it.
For science.
For science.
For science. I don't think so.
Kidding.
Jonah's in.
Jonah's already there.
And scoop. Everybody, empty your water skins.
It bad.
Yeah, you could catapult that at people.
Yeah.
Oh.
What the heck? As you go to bed down for the night near the foothills, you do also catch sight ahead of you. There is movement in the jungle near the foothills. You could avoid them if you want, but you can see a group of, you estimate about 10 or so frog-like humanoids. 9 of them have like yellow and black kind of spotted skin, and they're just holding very crude-looking spears and perhaps like long, thin, like bamboo pole, like tubes, like blowpipes. And there is a larger one that's kind of green with a big black dot on its forehead that seems to be in charge. You're not sure if they're hostile or not, but you've seen them before they've seen you. Do you want to try to sneak past / around them and find a better campsite away from them?
Do they look like grungs?
Yeah.
Okay, so the pack of 10 grungs.
Hey, we talked to them.
I could cast comprehend languages so I could understand them, but I can't speak Grung.
From what I've seen, am I able to determine like what their intent? Are they looking like they're kind of like hunting, or are they just sort of, wandering through the lands? Are they protecting something?
Give me an insight check.
In the tower? In the tower, Corey?
Yeah, please. Based on how they don't seem to have a lot of gear on them. And based on the kind of the weapons that they have on them, you would estimate they're probably a hunting party of some sort. Looking
yeah,
for
I think-
food.
Yeah, I think we should avoid them, probably.
Are you telling
Just-
the group or?
Yeah. I'd
Or-
say, hey, there's a pack of grung, look like they're out hunting something. I don't know if we should engage. I think we should just...
Well, I could give them some rations.
I don't think that's enough.
I mean, they might just fight
So-
us and try and take them from
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, so one of the big. So, from when we were talking with Wadumu?
Mhm.
Yes. I believe him being able to speak common was pretty rare. If that's the impression I got anyway, whether I'm right,
Oh.
whether Archie's right or wrong. So the problem is we might not be able to communicate what we are intending to do, and they might just kill us.
Oh, I guess so. I think it'd be nice to go and give them something. If they're looking for food, we have food for them.
True, but there's a
I just don't want to hurt them.
I mean,
The-
it seems like they're hunting. They may not be hunting for food.
there's a danger, Jonah, that we will come across as a threat to them, and they might spring into action, and we'd be forced to defend ourselves.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt them. I like the girl. Maybe I should try learning that language.
Yeah, if we had the ability to directly communicate, then that would be a potentially different story. But
Donna you don't speak grung, do you?
Question. I don't believe so. I do not.
I vote that we just avoid.
Me too.
Wish them well.
I'm going to leave a ration behind with a little note.
All right, mark a ration off, Jonah.
I love it.
Okay. Nestled in the foothills in the heavy rain as the evening comes to a close, you can see ahead of you now, well, by the morning anyways, you can see that looming above you on the 29th day of Ches is what seems to be large mesas. How far can you see? Yeah, whether you go either of these two squares, you can tell in the morning that either of these two, without even a check, you can just see it. There is would get you into the into those kind of like plateaus and hills. Based on the description Masika gave you of Kir Sabal, it's overlooking a swamp, and you don't see any swamp on this side, so you probably have to travel at least into one of these squares to see if you can try to discern where the swamp would be in relation, because you know it's on the facing overlooking a swamp. Or you can just go into the foothills and just search for it like a point of interest, right? So either way, you'd have to move into one of those two squares to get closer. But
Before we do that, the night before, I would, one, ask Baz if I could get some little acid. And then, two, I'd also, how do we identify what the Ryath root does? How do we get what the other ones do? I forget.
Either
them were
someone
told
that
to
knows,
us.
they can tell you, yeah. Or you can taste it and find out.
All right, I'll do that. I'll taste one and find out.
Yeah. I have to look up what it does now. Hold on. My favorite. Now, where is Ryath root? I think it's in the reference section of the...
Yeah. If Aelin sees you doing this, he would protest, but I also know that Jonah would just do it
Well, I
on his
mean,
own at some point.
we have to figure out what it does.
Yeah, I just think there's a safer place to do that.
Maybe we could do it if, assuming they were gained entry, we could do it at Kir Sabal.
Maybe that's their thing. Maybe they've got tons of it there.
Maybe.
I was just thinking that's more of a controlled place.
We also might.
Up to you,
I-
but just a thought.
It's up to you, Jonah. Do you want to eat it, or do you want to listen
Oh,
to
yeah.
your companions?
All right, I'm gonna tell Gerald to keep an eye on Jonah and don't let him run away.
I might.
Is Jonah experimenting with drugs?
Yeah, he's gonna try the Ryan route.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so Ryath root. This is what it does.
Does
Well,
anything
first,
give me? I'm going to take a Cinderberry first.
okay. Buff up that constitution. So you'll need an extra thing of water, but it's heavily raining, so that's fine.
He's already mixing doses.
So gives you a +1 to con for the next hour.
Yep.
So
We doth protest, but Jonah's gonna Jonah. It's not like we protested real hard.
I mean,
So-
I'm into it.
I mean,
So mechanical effect. So you just eat one? Just checking.
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
We only have two, so.
Okay. So you eat one. You gain 2d4 temporary hit points for the next 24 hours, which I. Do you want to roll it, or I can roll it, whichever.
Oh no, I'll roll it.
Okay, so you gain 5 temporary hit points for the next. They last for 24 hours.
Okay.
For the next, for one dose, can you give me a con save, please?
All right, +1.
how did you foresee meeting that con save?
Okay, that's fail.
So close. It's probably a 15.
So you are basically you chew the root. It tastes kind of like licorice a little bit. Kind of lingers on your tongue. Takes about 5 minutes or so before essentially just feeling of just like warmth just kind of goes through your whole body and like euphoria, and you get a little lightheaded and are incapacitated for the next hour.
Nice.
So basically, you just kind of slump down against a tree and are like,
Jonah's just tripping for an hour.
Amazing.
Well, let's hope we don't get attacked while you're tripping.
Yeah, after about an hour, it slowly kind of fades and leaves you kind of in like a almost like refreshed kind of like mood. And for the next 24 hours, you feel kind of just like happy and just kind of like upbeat, your clear mind, and have 5 temporary hit points.
That's a
Wow.
good one.
Fast.
The crash after that 24 hours
Yeah,
is gonna be brutal.
Yeah, let's see what happens after 24 hours.
Okay.
But if that's all it is, I mean, I'm gonna start cooking with that.
The raptors come and just wipe the party.
I mean, back in port, you know, when
Where isn't it illegal?
Oh,
It is. It's an illegal drug in port.
never mind.
Yeah, you remember you shut down the whole smuggling ring of people trying to bring it in?
I thought that was the crazy monkey fruit.
No, the blue, icky blue stuff is made from the crazy,
Oh,
the mad monkey fruit.
all right.
And also the dye works used it
die
accidentally.
with guy.
Yeah,
Also illegal.
also illegal.
Yeah.
Multiple, yeah, the
Dancing
blue
monkey fruit and riot fruit are both illegal substances in Port
God
Nyanzaru.
damn, freaking Port Nyanzaru's war on drugs is just.
Bunch of squares.
Yeah, it's just terrible. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, but you know that the merchant princes are all doing it.
Oh
Yeah.
I mean, there's Wakonga's definitely
Yeah.
partaking in in all sorts of substances.
He's at least microdosing like throughout the day.
Okay. The next day dawns. Jonah, you wake up feeling great. What would you guys like to do? Where are you gonna head? Which direction?
We're
This way
heading
or south?
south, right?
South, I think, yeah.
I mean, we're right here.
So we'll head south, and then we'll have you scouting for the point of interest. Is that the plan?
Yeah, that or hazards.
Yeah, if you scout point
I
of
think
interest,
points of
you'll
interest.
well, assuming it's within a hex, if you succeed, you'll be able to find Kir Sabal in the plateau.
And
Right.
if not, at least know where the swamp maybe is, and
Yeah,
reevaluate.
I think that's smart. Say, I'll continue to help Don navigate, like as per usual.
And I will.
Do you want to scout hazards?
I will scout hazards. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you're scouting hazard. What do you guys want, Gorth? Oh, sorry, Jonah, what are you doing?
Hey,
Keith? Okay. And what do you want Gorthax helping with?
Scouting
Do we want
hazards.
hazards or points?
Yeah, we can keep looking for Kir Sabal, but if we miss hazards, I feel like that's
Okay.
more important. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. Navigation roll with advantage, Donaquin.
What's the weather like today?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
it's
yeah, that's
normal and light rain.
Okay.
Nice mapping. Okay.
Making up for those sales.
Scouting for hazards. Let's do that one first. So nobody's on defense today, right? Yeah.
Nobody's on.
Okay, scouting for points interest.
You did that with advantage, right? Okay.
Okay, and then foraging for Keith.
Come on, Keith.
Hey.
hey.
Keith is
D6.
D6, minimum 2.
Nice.
You find a nice bunch of Keith and are able to harvest 6 doses worth of Keith beans.
If you want to give them to me, I've already got 2 in my backpack. Add them to mine.
Sure.
I've also got 6 eyebright.
Oh, that's good to know too. I will trade you the cape for the. No, you can take the eyebrow too. No,
How many eyebrights do you have?
I have 0.
Oh,
Which
Okay.
one was the chocolate?
that's the Kappa cow. I've still got 2.
Kappa cow.
I've still got 2. I've called them bunches of them that they're all dried.
Should we add that to the flora table, Corey? Or
I'm not sure that we know where to find it.
Which means you
find
just
it.
have to look.
Well, the Kappa cow is not a mechanical herb. That's the table's for mechanical herbs. It's just like a yeah. It doesn't give any mechanical positives or negatives. It's just like a food ingredient essentially.
Cool.
So that's why I didn't put it on there.
Is that considered a high quality if Baz were to use it? If we were to find it?
Yeah, I think so. For desserts, yeah.
Oh, maybe I can help you, Babs, then.
Okay, you guys find yourselves, by the time it's mid-morning, you're fully out of the jungle. It's kind of, there's still a lot of vegetation, but it's kind of like low ferns, long grasses, bushes, and kind of like smaller trees as you're moving up into the plateaus. A lot of like small hills and what are those things called? Those really thin, tall ones. Butts? Are they butts? Buttes?
Boots.
Thousand Needle.
Boots.
Yeah, just kind of like these spires of rock and stone, kind of canyons and things that you're moving through, but steadily on an incline towards some of the larger ones.
That's how it's pronounced.
Is it Buttes? Okay.
Butte.
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 That's the pronunciation guide for it.
Makes sense. It works.
Yeah. It's just I just like that word. Butte.
It's a Butte, eh?
Is a Butte, eh?
What the fuck? Where did it go? Oh, I
my
dragged
God.
it over, you fucking...
The buttes are moving.
What a beaut.
Sorry, just give me one sec. Oh, there it is. Ha ha ha. Okay. You guys are in... this one. Ew. Oh, interesting.
Oh my.
Oh. Bye.
Yes. Yes, well done. Well done. However,
11 ancient dragons.
Was it always?
And they're
would you stop putting that out into the
and
world,
they're
please?
pissed off at you. For
Running
sucking.
in fear from something.
In the in the mid-afternoon, you guys spot from up. Who's gunning for hazards?
Kaylin,
I'm pointing
Baz.
It was Baz.
Baz, you will notice in the
Bazzard.
mid-afternoon that you can see what looks to be a. They're quite a ways off, and they're not heading in the same direction as you guys are. So you're kind of see them. They're kind of moving like perpendicular to the direction you're heading. So you'll, unless you deliberately change course to engage them, you will miss each other. But there's a group of 4. They look to be explorers, adventurers, whatever they are, kind of making their way across, towards the west. They're, like I said, you could change course. You'd probably catch up to them. It would probably take you an hour or so if you wanted to. Otherwise, you can just pass each other with no.
Can I use the spyglass to get a better look at them? See if you can tell, like, what they're wearing. If they
Yeah.
they look like they might be from the Yellow Banner.
Sure. Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
I believe you get advantage with the
Yes.
spyglass. Since it's specific.
Yeah, you can see, it seems to be some sort of, like, local Chulton guide, it looks like, leading a group of 3. One is, 2 of them are men, and they are in just, like, explorers' outfits with backpacks, hats, and that kind of thing. And the third is what you think is either a half elf or an elven woman. She's in kind of explorer's clothes as well, but she's not carrying a backpack, and she's got like a staff. Hanging off of the staff, you can see some sort of like medallion or something. Maybe a holy symbol. You could attempt a religion check if you want to.
I would certainly not know
Yeah,
what that is.
You're not even sure if it is a holy symbol, frankly, but it's some sort of medallion. Looks like maybe made of silver. You can't really get a good enough look at it to make out the details of it, or.
I will point out the group to the party, and there's another group of explorers over there. Do we want to maybe go chat with them and see if maybe they, what they've seen, compare notes, that kind of thing? See if they have anything to trade.
Did any of them have red robes on?
No.
No.
That's a good sign.
Had some sort of holy symbol or something hanging from their staff. I wasn't really able to pinpoint it, but
I mean, I don't see what's the harm in talking,
Sure.
trading notes.
It's been a while
Maybe.
since we've seen anybody else around here.
Yeah. They might know where
Yeah.
we're heading. We might be able to help them with where they're going.
Yeah, the only trade-off, other than of course potential hostilities, is you would lose time today. It would take you a couple hours, because an hour just to catch up to them and then to get
Oh,
back
really?
on course. Yeah,
So they're an hour away, but I'm still able to spot them.
yeah,
Well, you're traveling away from the
Oh,
party.
yeah.
yeah.
Scout
They're
out.
yeah, like you would have to like catch up to them at their pace, like
I
going
guess-
fast. You know what I mean?
All right.
Because you're up on the buttes and mesas, you can see them down like a ways off, heading a
Okay,
different direction.
I was picturing it as like they were like, just over yonder. That I could like say, "Hey," that kind of thing.
Yeah, like I said, it'd take about an hour to catch up to them, and then to go back on track to your travel where you're going. It would. So that's the trade-off. It would take you 2 hours out of your way.
Well, it's gonna take a bit of time out of our day to go talk to them.
I'd like to see what they have to say. Maybe they know some stuff about the area or where we're going. I
Yeah,
imagine
it
if
could be
they're in the same
worthwhile.
hex, there's a good chance they've already been there.
The same hex.
You know,
I don't know what are you
What's
talking
General
about.
area, guys.
notice that all the terrain, whenever we pass, looks like a hex. Like the heavy jungle, you just pass over it, and then all of a sudden it's river, and pass over that, and all of a sudden it's light jungle.
Oh,
Very
Jonah,
defined borders.
you're so weird.
Wait a minute.
Archie
think
looks at her
someone,
map and she's like drawing
made it this
hexes.
way?
Archie's like, I estimate each hex to be about 10 miles.
That's how we cartographers map an area. When we've gone, about 10 miles, we just sort of mark it that way. Come on.
Well, let me give you your scouting from Aelin, and then you get to make a decision what you want to do.
That's fair.
So, Aelin, you know that this square here is heavy jungle, and you're fairly certain that the river is running south through there, kind of on the far far western side. This terrain here is heavy jungle, and the river runs sort of turning almost from south to almost like east. So it kind of like curves back, like running this direction essentially.
Mhm.
This is heavy jungle moving out of the plateaus. This square here is fully all plateaus, and this hex here is mostly plateaus with heavy jungle kind of in the north and northwest. You also are able to pinpoint, because you notice, in this hex here, you will notice far off, you catch sight of a, what looks to be far in the sky, 3 winged humanoids that are brightly plumaged, kind of green and red feathered, flying up in the sky carrying spears. They kind of loop around, and you see them land in what looks to be like a small ledge. You don't really see what's up there. There's some clouds obscuring it and stuff, but you're almost positive that, knowing that it's an Aarakocra place, you've seen Aarakocra before. Probably. Have you encountered Aarakocra in this campaign?
I don't think so.
No.
I think you might have. I feel like
mean,
you would have
I've
seen
been
one or
told
two
about
in the
them.
port. Actually, I
We've
feel like
been-
Yeah.
they're relatively rare, but I feel like with the amount of time you spent in port, you would have seen one or two potentially in the crowd at some point.
Yeah, even if I hadn't a bird person.
Yeah, you can put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, so you're fairly certain you can locate Kir Sabal. How to get up there, you're not quite sure of that, but you could definitely get to like the point where you'd be below it. So you basically, what I'm saying is, you can get there, but it would
Found
take
it.
one more day of travel to get there. Which means you assume that somewhere here or here is probably swamp. You just can't.
Where?
Yeah, somewhere like to the south, like somewhere down here must be swamp, because over here is jungle.
Got it.
Okay, anyways, now that you have all the information, what do you guys want to do?
So now we know where we're going. Do we still want to go talk to them?
I don't mind.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay.
Do you think we should maybe prepare for a fight just in case, or are you guys pretty confident it'll be peaceful?
Well,
Well, I mean,
depends
what's the
on what you mean
downside?
prepare for a fight.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we can take some of these wonderful plants that give us for 1 hour before we talk to them.
Just go to sleep for an hour.
I was thinking
One of
more
them,
of the
don't we?
cave. Gives
Oh,
us
yeah.
a bonus to, like, you can look at stuff a little bit better and you're a little bit quicker to react.
I mean, if you'd like to, I think I'd probably pass.
You don't want to eat some coffee beans?
I'll take one, Jonah.
I thought Bav has them.
Oh,
Sure.
I'll take one, Bass.
Okay.
I'll take one Bav.
Yeah.
I'll pass because it doesn't really matter if I react quickly to things or not.
You do get to see a bit better.
Yeah, I don't see very well anyway.
You can take Eyebright for that.
We got that too.
Well, Eyebright helps you when your eyes are blinded. Yeah, anyways.
Yeah, but one actually gives you advantage versus blindness.
That's true. That's true. So,
Glasses.
I have marked
Yeah.
off quickly.
so who's eating them?
Me.
Ailey
Jonah.
and Jonah?
Yeah.
Donoquin, are you partaking of the cake beans?
What do they do?
They give you +2 to +2 to initiative and +2 to perception for 1 hour.
Oh, do they have any side effects?
We do not
I
know.
don't know.
Don't know at this point.
So nobody has had side
I
effects.
mean, yeah.
I don't
you-
think Brad, the
Runny
player,
poops.
doesn't think that this is going to lead to a combat encounter, and
Neither do I, but it's an excuse to take it and figure it out.
fair enough.
We're not going to figure out if it has negative side effects if we don't ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see
Partake?
everything.
Okay, yeah, I will try. I will have
All right.
Good try.
All right, you guys crunch down some cake beans, so mark off 3 then.
Done.
Gorthax will pass if you offer him any.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I'm trying to cut down.
Oh,
Oh,
why?
We
You're
had him
here.
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
You gotta
we
whip the
He's like, nah, I don't like the taste. Some of the back in port, sometimes they would drink it at some of the pubs and things there. I'm just not a fan.
I don't know.
He's like,
You
you're
know-
eating them raw. Normally they steep it in like a tea or something.
Bath.
Add some like milk,
Could we do that?
sugar.
I mean, if
For
you want to take
sugar?
the time to create a
No,
fire
no.
and boil the water and steep the tea, the people are getting further away as you do so, though.
But maybe we could put down a list of things for you to try.
Sure. Yeah. I'm
Um,
be happy to do that.
Maybe mix in a little bit of the those other beans you have.
Yeah.
Cap-
Yeah, that could might be an interesting mix.
the most bitter drink in the world.
Ow.
You call it.
It's chocolate
No.
and coffee.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, with
It is
no
raw.
sugar.
It is
It's
raw
bitter
cocoa
chocolate.
and raw
Yeah.
coffee beans with no sugar.
you gotta experiment.
Chocolate by itself is extremely bitter. I shouldn't say
It's
chocolate.
like
Cocoa by itself is extremely bitter.
I think it's like the cocoa challenge where people use a spoon of it. And then it's,
Maybe a little bit of cinnamon in there.
Nutmeg, eggs, raw eggs. Anyways,
you know,
just
put
mix
some
it
rice
up.
root in it.
This is getting awful. Okay, so make a the 3 of you that ate it. Can you guys all give me Constitution saving throws, please?
Oh.
Should have had a Cinderberry first.
Well, you guys are gonna have a grumpy dumpy.
Donaquin's not.
Donovan was ready for it.
Yep.
So is Aelin.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, Jonah's tolerance is probably much lower.
Jordan's gonna have a grumpy dumpy.
Okay. Yeah. So the Donaquin, Aelin, Joni, you all get +2 to perception and +2 to initiative should you need it over the next hour. You guys go down following the trail of where you saw these guys. If someone could give me a survival check to try to find their trail, because they're not just once they're in the trees and jungle, you can't see them once you get down there. But see if you can track them down.
I will help either Aelin or Donaquin in that kind of like. Okay, I saw them kind of over here.
It feels like an Aelin thing.
I was just gonna say, I'm more better with navigation. I'll be able to try to track it.
Looking everywhere.
Nice. Yeah, you're able to pick up the trail pretty easily with the assistance. You find, yeah, they are definitely traveling at a relatively leisurely pace. So you guys are able to catch up. It takes you just about an hour, as Baz predicted. When you now, how are you approaching it? Silently? You're trying to get the jump on these guys, or just like out in the open?
I think out in the open.
Out in the open, we're going to walk as if
casual.
we're
like
just doing the same thing they're doing.
We're not hurrying. We're just
Sure. So, well, I mean, you're hurrying a little bit because otherwise you're just gonna be pacing them from behind. Until they stop, you won't catch up to them if you don't hurry a little bit.
3 days.
Jeez, do you guys ever take a break? No, we are automatons. Prepare to die. Yeah, you guys approach, and as you do so, their guide notices you, and they turn around, and they see you guys moving. They are kind of look a little suspicious, but as you are not approaching with like weapons drawn or with any sort of like malice in your eyes, except for Gorthax, who has this flaming spear in his hand. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't.
We're not here to kill you.
Gorthax is like, do these count as sentient?
Can I kill these ones?
But yeah, once we notice they've seen us, we would just like, put our hands up as we're like in a greeting gesture.
Ahoy there.
The woman who you determine is in fact a full-blooded elf.
Does she look familiar?
She looks a bit older. Actually, she's a wood elf. She has brown eyes, and now that you're closer, although she's heavily tanned, her skin actually has a very pale, kind of almost greenish hue to it. Kind of a typical face. She's athletic, and strangely has very long fingers, with painted fingernails. Her hair is, she is wearing a hat similar to Archie's, but a little bit smaller. And you can tell actually that she has very short cropped, almost like pixie cut hair.
It's Ansan.
She
Ansan, the archer.
Oh.
She got like the smaller hat.
As she turns, you can see that she has a staff. There is a medallion. Anybody else who wants to can make a religion check to see if they can identify it, because it is a holy symbol.
Damn it.
Aelin, you're not sure. Archie, you've seen it before.
Learn, baby.
Donaquin, it must be one of these new gods from the other world.
Must be.
No, I'm telling you, it can't be. It's got to be one of the old gods.
It is, which is funny because you're a druid. It is a symbol of Lathander, the god of spring, dawn, birth, and vitality. It's a neutral good god.
Not familiar.
Not.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, and you're not quite sure, but you'd probably estimate her is, for an elf, she's probably fairly young, but she's got a look in her eyes that tells you that she's seen very worldly. So even though she looks young for an elf, elves live so long that she's probably older than most of you. Maybe not Donna Quinn, you're not sure. but she's got that look of like kind of like general worldly knowledge about her, and she kind of like the other two men just kind of like stand off to the side and let her do all the talking, and the guide kind of just crouches down, just kind of just on his haunches essentially, and just kind of like puts his arms on his knees and just kind of waits and watches.
I'm getting a weird sense of deja vu right now.
And okay,
And we don't recognize the guy, do we?
no, you've never seen this man before that you know of.
That's not one of the ones from the port.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I would. Oh, hello. Sorry, I don't mean to disturb you.
And she's like, well, fancy meeting another party of, kind of looks you all over, explorers?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'm Baz.
She nods. She's like, nice to meet you, Baz. My name is Findale.
Findale. Pleasure to meet you. These are my friends. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Archie.
Aelin.
Gorthax
Oh,
looks
no.
at Aelin and is like, Gorthax. Stop. Are you copying me? No.
That was your first Gorthax.
I'm done.
We saved your life, goddammit.
And she kind of like looks at back and forth between Baz and Donaquin. She's like, fascinating. Are you both native to this land?
Oh, I'm not. No. I'm from a bit further to the east. Not from Chult. No.
But why didn't you ask us if we were?
Nor mine.
She's like, oh, I'm sorry. How rude of me. I assumed that you weren't. You don't look like a local.
No, we're not.
Well, we kind of. Oh, she just like stops herself.
She's like,
You got ties, sort of.
she's like,
Yeah,
well,
but,
it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, we saw you wandering in. We thought we'd, just say hi, see if make sure everything is all good with your travels.
She's like, yes, we're learning much and more about these lands. And yourselves run into any problems? The storm a few nights back was quite something, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
indeed. Yeah, we were quite lucky. We had just the previous morning previous evening had seen a cave, and so we just sort of backtracked to there and hunkered down for the day.
She's like, oh, sounds more comfortable than us. We made some rather rickety lean-tos and just kind of like held onto the trees for our lives.
That was our first time.
Yeah, that sounds quite harrowing, but glad you made it through.
Yeah.
Where do you all hail from?
She's like, oh, myself, I'm from Waterdeep. My companions, well, I hired these two there, and this is our local guide. We made landfall at Refuge Bay about 2 weeks or so back, and we've just been exploring this area. Fair warning, there's a pretty nasty bog, maybe 20 or 30 miles to the southeast.
Oh, really?
Avoid if I were you. The bugs there were, awful, just awful.
Do we know where Refuge Point is?
We do know where the Refuge Bay is.
Southeast.
It is
Is there
southeast of here.
Is there an encampment there, or did you just land and just head straight into the jungle?
Oh, well, we made a small base camp there, but no, nothing permanent.
Oh, wow.
Do you have a ship?
Well, yes, we didn't swim.
Do you still have a ship after that monsoon?
I was gonna say we had a ship once upon a time.
She kind of like looks at the other guys and she's like, "Well, we haven't been back to check, so I'm not sure." But anyways, yeah, we're heading inland. We've heard that somewhere around here, well, that there's apparently some sort of ancient monastery. And we thought we'd check it out ourselves.
Hold on. Should have been this about 5 minutes ago.
What?
I'm doing this.
Yeah, same idea.
Yeah,
Just waiting to have something relevant. Like, and okay.
And
Yeah.
the inside checks all come in.
Is she really from Waterdeep? That's why I really want to know.
She seems to be genuine as far as you guys can tell. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, we're actually looking for something similar.
She's like, "Oh, well, you're not far. You probably maybe half a day or so that direction." She's like, "Fair warning though, they wouldn't let us up."
Oh,
Did they say why?
No, they didn't even deign to acknowledge us. We shouted and waved, but they didn't seem to care.
so where are you guys headed now? If your boat's that way and your destination's that way, and you're
Well,
headed the other way,
Well, we've already been to the monastery, so we thought we'd go further inland and see what there is to see.
Okay. Well, if you keep heading either north or west, you'll hit a river.
Oh. That could pose a problem. Well, if we could always
Yeah, but at
follow
least.
that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, at least
Yeah,
the river
then-
separates you from the undead.
Yeah.
The what?
Yes. Yeah, on the opposite side
Of the river.
of the river, there is quite a population of undead bad folk.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I were, unless you want to get into heavy undead territory, I would try and stick to this side of the river potentially. If you follow the river up, it'll take you to up to like a big gorge area, and then from there just back to the coast. It's
Wow.
not a lot north. You might want to maybe, yeah.
It's like, oh, well, maybe we'll
But we might have missed
see this
stuff.
river and I don't know, maybe we'll go south from here. Who knows? We're just kind of playing it by ear for now.
Are you with a specific like a company from Waterdeep, or just a curious explorer?
She's like, well, myself, I'm not part of any company, but I am here actually on missionary expedition.
Oh,
is that why you wanted to go to the monastery?
I wanted to kind of get the lay of the land, as it were, from some of the locals. See what kind of heathen gods, perhaps, that they might worship.
There it is.
and there we go.
Oh,
It's like,
you got guys, you got a boat.
Oh yeah, I think I do a little like. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well,
All right.
Well, yeah.
Well. All right then. I guess.
you need any help with anything? Any supplies or?
she's like, well, we are running a bit low on medical supplies, and we did lose our rain catchers. Kind of looks at the rain catchers you guys are holding. Strapped. She's like, we don't, those would come in handy. And she kind of like looks, she's like, I do have some coin, if you're willing to part with them. Alternately, we do have some food we could trade.
Have any of the coins like Mythal in look?
Mythal, she's like, she kind of like digs through. She's like, now that you said that, and she kind of pulls out like 2 of those mythal coins. She's like these, yeah, I actually found them on the beach. The first day I was here, in fact.
I'll sell you some rations for those.
She's like, well, we really need medical supplies or the rain catchers. We have plenty of food.
With our party size, I don't think we can part with any of the rain catchers.
Yeah, that unfortunately, yeah, they're pretty crucial to our group. I possibly some medical supplies.
Possibly.
Yeah, and if your plan is to head to the river, you can. We've been able to safely boil the water, so if you can start a fire, at least if you stick by the river, you'll be good for water.
That's a good point.
Good to know. All right then. Well, if we do have medical supplies, I'd be willing to trade either food or coin if you're interested in these. I mean, they're mithril, so I'm not sure how much they're worth exactly, but. Or I have more traditional water Davian dragons. Those are gold coins.
How many of the mithril coins here?
2. When she says medical stuff, is that
charges
charges or eyebright or?
I mean, potentially if you've got herbs that can have medicinal properties as well.
Okay.
But
I just wanted to mechanically. I'm just double checking. Well, we could probably part with a few of those.
Yeah, and we could always forage for some more. So maybe.
Yeah, I'll give them whatever we end up trading for. I'm going to give them 3 healer's kit charges, and then I can show them and say, if you're out there, look for these herbs, and they should be helpful. You might be able to replenish your stores.
Sure. Can you give me a persuasion check?
Sure. Oh boy.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Worst.
Yeah, she will take those 3 charges worth of herbs and stuff. Thanks you for the tips and knowledge, and gives you both the mithril coins.
And one more thing. I don't know how much your guide has kind of told you about the nature of the religious beliefs here, but we've come across a few fairly zealous sects. So just be careful who you're espousing the benefits of the new gods to.
Oh.
I mean, to the extent that, and I kind of gesture to Archie and Aelin, as they are somewhat clearly ASMR. Yeah, to the point like where we've been attacked, like just purely for the sake of being with these 2. So
and people who have associated with us have been attacked just for associating with us.
She's like, oh, so I suppose we should perhaps part ways then. It was a joke. I'm jungle humor, She's like, well,
so you found the dancing monkey for 2.
It's like, no, but I'll keep that in mind. This is more of a fact-finding mission, more than anything. Just getting the lay of the land and seeing what kinds of beliefs and gods the locals hold. So I'm not here to convert anyone, if that's what you're thinking.
That's okay. Yeah, sure. More of just a, for your own sake. That just, yeah.
He's like, well, I appreciate the trade and the tips, but we really should be making our way. We've still got a lot of ground to cover if we want to make a good day of travel out of it.
Sure. Before you go, what's the name of your boat, and when is it planning on leaving the bay?
She tells you the name of the boat. She says that, well, it's supposed to be there indefinitely until we return, so...
Oh, wow, that must have been expensive to rent it for such a long time.
Oh, rent it? No, I own it.
Wow. Impressive.
Yeah, we anchored it in a small... And then she kind of, like, narrows her eyes a bit. We anchored it somewhere off the coast,
We might need a ride home, so I was wondering how long before you'd return. Maybe we could hitch a ride.
Maybe we could pay to be hitching a ride back.
And then that would give you the opportunity to see Port Nyanzaru.
She's like, oh, I've already been there.
Oh, well, you could see it again.
I suppose, but I don't have any direct plans to return to the port. Unless we run into some real trouble out here, I think I'll explore a while. Get to know the land.
Oh, great.
Cool.
She kind of gives you a little bit of a wave, and she's like, well, it was nice to meet you all. I hope you find what you're looking for out here. And
you too.
She kind of gestures to the other two who kind of pick up their packs. One guy's like just starting to get like a little mess kit set up, and he kind of like looks at her and he's like, oh, packs it back up. She's like, all right, daylight's burning.
Okay, all right.
Done.
And with that, they disappear further into the jungle. Never to be seen in this campaign again. Or will they?
Hey, free ship.
Free ship. Just gotta kill all the crew. Non-lethally, of course.
Kill them non-lethally.
Just throw them overboard.
Yeah, we're gonna throw them overboard. Hey, that's not killing them.
No.
They can swim.
Well, especially if we're not that far from shore.
Jonah's like,
Yeah.
I mean, people float.
That's just leaving them to
totally fine.
become the big bad.
Right.
Yeah.
This is definitely us just sticking out our swords, and they run into it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we all know that Zendala's the big bad now, right?
In our minds.
She did get away.
In Archie's mind, she is.
All right. Or it's what's his name? It's Fabian. He also got away.
Sure. Yeah.
Fabio.
You gave him a good lick and killed all his friends too. So
that's true.
He came after us.
As long as
I'm not saying he didn't start it. Okay.
I'm coming back for more.
Yeah. You guys continue along your way. Nothing else occurs today. You estimate, tomorrow probably you'd be like not even half day's travel by mid-morning. It should be where you suspect Kir Sabal may lie, in that particular direction. Anything else you want to do?
Who marked down the OMP on their inventory? The two pieces
I
of
did not.
flat.
Oh, I figured it would be Aelin.
No, because Jonah was the one making the deal. I was just offering the supplies.
Oh, no. Yeah, but your stuff. You can get them.
I will add them to mine.
Okay.
She takes them from Aelin and adds them to her pouch.
Wow.
She's not running away with them.
Wow, thief much. Today it is normal for the season, and the rain finally lets up. There's no rain in the forecast today.
Bummer.
Last night, could I get some acid bath?
Can I?
Also, and I will write this down on your sheet, because now you know. Jonah.
I feel.
Oh yeah, you
great.
forgot the contract.
Oh, he's got the cape and the riot root wearing off.
Now we get to see what really happened.
You are just a concoction.
It's gonna be
a
coming
cocktail
out of both ends.
Please, no. No poop jokes.
So after about an hour, Jonah, the rest of you kind of like the hot, the alertness wears off from the cave. Jonah,
Yeah.
you feel it more substantially and get a bit of a headache. For the next hour after that, you have -1 to perception and initiative checks, unless you take more K.
Oh,
Oh, Baz,
this
I
is
need,
easy.
Keep
I need
that high
another one.
going.
Oh no.
Anything for the route?
Yes. Well, so that was first because that was only an hour
Okay.
later. Later on, when you guys are making camp, because you took it in the evening before camp, like right, and you kind of slept.
Yeah, it would have been at dinner.
Yeah. So the happiness, although blunted slightly by the bit of a headache you've had the last hour or so, suddenly, the happiness kind of just drops away. You feel kind of chilly, and actually kind of cold and like shivering a little bit, a little shaky. You are considered poisoned for the next 24 hours, unless you take more Ryath root.
I will take 5 cleansing lily instead.
I thought you were going to say, I will take more riot root.
Yeah, consuming 5 doses of cleansing lily will cure the poison condition automatically. So yeah,
I thought he was gonna take your necklace.
he evened himself out with yet more herbs in the jungle.
Oh my god, you are becoming an apothecary.
Jonah, the walking drugstore.
I've got something. I've got
Self-administered
something for
drugs.
that. I got
Ultra
something
slog.
for that.
Okay, so I've added those notes about the downsides of those particular routes. Cleansing
gonna
Lily
find-
has no downside that you know of, or there actually you know that there isn't any downside to Cleansing Lily. So, okay.
Yeah, I would think like the evening of Aelin's kind of like frowny and pacing a little bit, and then he would sit
Worse
down
than usual.
and yeah, and he would be like, "Does anybody remember if Masika told us anything about how to get into Kir Sabal?"
I don't.
I'm also looking through my notes to see, because I know I've got notes from when she told us about it, but I don't remember where they are.
I don't believe she said. Not to my recollection.
Could we just fly?
I mean, probably, but I don't know if all of us can.
And they might not like it. I mean,
Yeah, that
you
might
should
take
try
that
to
as a
talk to them first rather than
Yeah.
showing up. But yeah, I think maybe we can fly if it comes to it.
It comes down to it.
All right, just checking. I couldn't remember.
I don't have anything specific written down about it, so
Well, why don't we, just plan to go there, see if we can find some kind of entryway, bearing that, find a person to talk to, and because you can, even if they don't speak our language, you'll be able to understand them. Right?
yes, that I can do. Once we get, I can cast that on me to understand.
Okay. So on the morning of the 30th, you guys are heading out. Jonah is eating, ate some cleansing lily because he's not feeling too good in the morning, but it seems okay after that. There's no rain in the forecast. You think only about a half day of travel ahead of you. Is anybody doing any? What are you guys doing in particular? As far as your roles and such, I assume you're heading in that direction.
Yeah, I will defend.
Is there a way I can scout for a means of getting up to where we think
Sure.
Kir Sabal is? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'd like to do that.
Okay. Yeah. Archie, you're helping Donna navigate.
Oh yeah, you betcha.
Okay. Baz defending. Jonah, what are you doing?
I will look for Case.
Sure. Sounds good. And what do you want Gorthax helping with?
Let's have him help Aelin.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Potentially the last day or partial day of travel before you get, hopefully, to Kir Sabal. Sean, do you want to navigate us out? Natural 1. Snake eyes. Ooh, nice mapping. Okay, let's do the scout next.
Sorry, and I'm getting help on that?
Yeah.
Or who? Okay.
Gorthax is helping.
Thank you.
Nice. And okay, and then Jonah.
Advantage.
Ooh, nat 20.
Ooh.
Nicely done. So you get
Max.
no max is
No.
when you hit 25. Nat 20
Oh.
doubles the dice, so you get 2 die 8.
I see.
2 die 6, right?
I thought it was the
Yep,
other way around.
D6. That's right. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong round.
7.
7 Kate beans. No problem. You can eat these every hour on the hour if you want now.
For today.
Oh, and you nat 20. Can you give me a D100 roll too?
Oh, what's this? Oh,
It's exciting. Ooh.
lowish, but
You also find sticking out from the some nearby rocks near where you found the Kaith, a thick orange fungus. That looks, you're not sure if it looks tasty, but you smell it before you actually see it. It smells faintly as of sulfur. I don't know if you want to take it with you or not. You're not sure if it's dangerous, but
Heck yeah.
I will take the thick orange fungus that smells faintly of sulfur.
yeah, you could call it, if you wanted to, a sulfur shelf mushroom.
Okay.
That's exciting.
I would show the party and see if anyone knows anything about it. Maybe Donna-Quinn?
The party could roll nature if they like. See if they know anything.
And this one,
I will definitely take a look. See?
and I need all the way to there.
Looks orange.
Yep.
Go there.
Archie, you're not familiar, Donna-Quinn, you've not encountered these before. Archie, you don't know what exactly it is or what it would do, but you're fairly certain it's not poisonous. The smell seems to be more of its defense mechanism. It's not actually poisonous. At least you're fairly sure compared to other mushrooms you've read about. Usually if they have a strong sulfur-like smell, it's more to ward off predators by smell, not by actual, poison.
Makes sense.
I don't know if that's true at all, but I'm saying it is.
It is for this one.
I mean,
Does it mean it has sulfur properties of sulfur?
Oh.
If you dried it out into a powder, would it spark?
It smells like sulfur.
Fire?
Do we make
I wonder.
guns?
What's a
inventing guns?
I've invented the railgun. No, so
I was thinking more like flint, but okay.
also, since you're scouting around, thoroughly exploring this hex, you do locate Kir Sabal. You also would know, Aelin, because I consider this pointing for scout of interest. Both of these hexes to the south and southeast are swampland. Up here is kind of like half plateaus, rocky terrain, and then back into heavy jungle.
Would that be the bog that they were talking about? Probably. Is that the
Yeah.
right direction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then over
Especially if they
here
came
is
from the bay.
is heavy jungle as well. Notably, there is no. The river doesn't really touch this square or this hex. So you assume then that the river must turn sharply south and go down that direction, based on where you saw it last time. Yeah, but you will see looming above you. I have an image that what you can see. I mean, you're not at the same vantage point. This is just an image for just reference.
Sure.
Carved
Cool.
into the
So high.
side.
Oh my god, there's an Aarakocra right there.
Carved into the side,
get
there
his
is
attention.
a series of stone buildings carved out of the side of the mesa or the plateau, including a large central structure that you can see even from down on the ground. Has the symbol of Ubtao that you've come to be familiar with carved into it. And there's balconies and walkways and things, and occasionally you will see as well a birdman, kind of a light and land. There's even
Name's Harvey.
there's flavor text. An ancient monastery overlooking the jungle from its perch on the cliff of a tall plateau. Stone steps and rickety walkways connect the various buildings, the lowest of which is about 500 feet above the ground. The main building, so it's about half the size of Umbala Plateau. Because it's,
Okay.
and it's not really, actually, I should say, it's not really a plateau. Like, it looks to you like there's not really like a flat plateau on the top. It's just kind of like this big cliff. The main building has a circular like maze, which you know is the symbol of Ubtao. Yeah, every few minutes, occasionally birdfolk land at the monastery, or you see them launch themselves from a balcony and taking to the sky. So you are at Kir Sabal. Now, you do find, because you rolled well. You do find after some searching around here, because even if you, I don't know if you wave or shout or whatever, but given that they don't really even look down, as far as you can tell. I mean, maybe they look down, but none of them pay you any mind on the ground. And they just kind of fly off like further around off over the jungle and kind of come back in and stuff and land. But none of them seem to take any sort of interest in you guys. But you do notice not too far away, there is like kind of a smaller plateau, and you can see what looks to be there's kind of like a stone, like not really a table, but like a stone like shelf, kind of, it's like built onto it, and sitting on the stone shelf there is what looks to be a bone horn, just kind of like sitting there with like a curl.
Bone horn.
Bone horns coming. Yeah. Potentially blowing the horn maybe is a signal to show like a doorbell. Seems logical to you. You don't see any, unlike Umbala that had like the goat path, you don't see any way up to actually climb up there.
Sure.
I mean, it might be possible, but it'd be 500 feet of like sheer wall rock climbing.
So,
But the other plateau with the horn, we can.
Yeah, that one is. Yeah, you could easily get up there. There's like stone steps on the ground that lead up to it.
Technically, I could get 5 people one at a time up a sheer cliff.
I mean,
I could cast Spider Climb, which gives you a walking speed for an hour as long as I concentrate on it. So one by one, people could get an hour of walking straight up. So if that's 60 feet around an hour you could climb 600. You could walk 6.
I think that's a
You
good.
could get 500 feet. I'm just saying. I'm not
Plan
saying it's a
B.
good idea. I'm saying I have enough spell slots as if we absolutely had to, one at a time, I could walk 5 people up. I'm just letting you guys know what options we have. Obviously, I can also fly. I could get up, but I would not have enough to get down again for just myself.
Well, I think we should try the horn.
Yeah. Does the horn look like Yaka's horn, the goblin horn that called the Carnosaur?
No, it is much larger. Like this horn is large enough that, I mean, I guess you could take it with you, but it doesn't look like it's not a horn that's designed to be carried around.
Could Jonah fit inside?
Blow really hard.
Probably.
And shoot out the
He could probably not like sit inside, but he could probably like sit in it. Like it's large enough, the mouth of it, that a small creature like Jonah could sit in it. But it's 7, so why don't we take our break, and then when we come back, you'll see how you want to tackle this this location. I was hoping Kir Sabal would have some music, but it's just wind, so I think I'm gonna find a better track.
Aiden, your backpack is really cool.
It looks really cool, bud.
Okay, so we will be right back in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,